I'm focused. I've been watching for the omens. I've been listening to everything you said. It's been running through my head, locked and loaded. I got the feeling that you know it. Yeah, I've only just begun. I won't stop until it's done, till you're broken. So welcome to the fire. I'm the one with the lighter. Feel it burning through your veins as we're walking through the flames, getting higher. Bigger they are, harder they fall.
That was a good one, David.
We return to the dock, defeating the potentially unknown phase swamp monster Odessia or something of hers. The party returned to the underground of Ion and had made deals with the Hive Queen of the Fojar for weapons and for some alchemical ordnance. Weapon.
I guess 2 with 4 weapons.
While trying to get info out of them, kind of ending in no result. Jonathan managed to skin the remaining hide off of the remaining limbs that came with you.
I think it took him 9 hours.
I don't know how you did that with your non-magical knife. It's pretty impressive.
He is impressive.
He's doing 16 damage.
Especially when I had non-magical resistance.
Yeah. Like 20.
Interesting.
And while they headed away,
maybe guys want to
even your god and it can happen.
Heading into the underground to find Moki's centaur children, this goal led them to find 2 Fey centaurs' fawns. Finding them in a location captive. This is where we left off. The party is barely aware of the fact that most of the carnage that happened, the stuff that happened in the tunnel was Ray and was, because you did get your hands on Day and Aaron. Heron losing his main piece of front armor, his chest plate, and Oscar. And while that was a success, you emerge out of the tunnel, the breakaway, to find that the Minotaur had taken a small number of scratches which slowly were healing itself over, but the scattering of 8 separate goblinoid bodies in close proximity to the entrance. Their bodies maimed, gashed up, and ripped to shreds. Though you notice they are wearing ripped and torn apart chainmail tabards and pieces of armor that has been ripped and shredded to fit their sizes. Wear them in more ornamental ways. They've died with them. While everyone is gathered around what is the one opening where a cave hole has strange wooden bars blocking and holding in 2 centaur fawns. Jonathan realizes that his connection with undead is growing wider and more expansive. The minds behind him starting to perk up, starting to ping in Jonathan. Now Jonathan is the only one to notice this over the course of about 5 minutes. You arrive in front of these goblins, this goblin den, and there is no supposed real loot. There are broken scabbards of swords, there are rusted weapons, there are many goblin spears which they have made, and there are even a few what look like well-made crossbows.
Are there
you guys that are perceptive.
Are there any iconography?
Not on the weapons, but you're noticing that there are, in a small spots, the 3 of you be decently perceptive. In small areas, there are tattered remains of cloth that you can relate to the half-collapsed man in priest robes that you saw in the tunnel before. This is like a fragment of a tattered cloth, which you pull off the ground, soaked in blood, dried on the ground. and it does have a kind of white and gold side color to it, which is the Temple of Nanut in relation to their bonds with Krueler in King's Bay, the Temple of the Candle. These are obviously some remains of the priests and maybe what they brought down here. But there's no bodies, except for one centaur, who's dehydrated but in relatively good condition, and the other is missing a...
Hello, children. Oscar, can we have some water here?
One of them just kind of like falls back into the spot that he had stood up from before, but it's a small cramped corner of a kind of cave area, completely barricaded. And
Oscar,
Yes, I'm coming.
Is there all
they're all getting
Aaron,
up.
do me a favor, consecrate the corpses.
Might be a problem.
they're moving still.
yes.
Jonathan, is this gonna be
and it lights on fire in his hand. I can burn their growth away. Watch out.
Are they hostile?
I'm noticing that these creatures are still under my control.
Little green bulbs of fungus growing on gray.
However, I didn't expect
mutilated
that
flesh.
this Minotaur had the capability to possess these creatures.
The Minotaur did this?
Yes. I'm starting to realize that I cannot take this creature out. And if you attack any one of them, I will immediately lose control of it.
These creatures cannot be left to leave.
I know. I'm going to have to banish these creatures to stay here forever.
Can you not get them to...
No, my commands are limited in reason of living, like a charm spell.
And so are we not able to just kill them again?
Sure, but they're strong.
Children will be back. Just walk off.
So Sophia's like, I think I can weaken their minds, but if they're already dead, I don't know what that'll do.
Since the blue
The children
goblins
just collapse backwards and Oscar...
are such a threat, do you think I should send these on to a suicide
Just fill it
mission
up with water and place them.
to go obliterate the rest of the blue goblins?
No, because if this is...
You say you can't control it if you wanted to take control of the...
No, I have control now. If I send them to do that goblin slaughtering.
This is a scourge. It needs to be dealt with here.
How many more? And you see there are at least 2 other passages, excluding the ones that you came from.
If I give them set orders, and if I keep them here forever.
One creature made 8. Do you not think 8 creatures can make more?
Of course.
We cannot let this infestation leave this room.
But it might be an sorry, totally wrong voice. Aaron, this could be the infestation that gains us control of our underground. There is opportunity here. I'm not the smartest. I do not take all options into account.
I agree that this should not leave this cave.
I as well.
I don't know, guys. The blue goblins were really strong. That queen was like a second away from killing me. Until one of your zombies saved my life.
Jonathan has proven he has an aptitude for undead manipulation. I'm just wondering.
Well, look at them. They're kind of adorable. Maybe they're weaker than they were when they were alive.
You see some of them grabbing their jaws off the ground and smashing it into place.
Yeah.
And you're seeing like teeth rip into their mouth, and then somehow that's starting to seal back over from the underneath. They're reforming themselves from parts off the ground.
Old goblins of the lost. I send you
Oh wait, no, don't send them now. They'll probably eat Monkey's children if they find them.
to finish off the rest of the goblins
Okay, never mind.
that hit this place. But I give you a rule to not attack any other race.
The worms.
Other than the worms.
This is a mistake.
Or Doroga.
You see 6 of them that weren't even up yet. They don't even get off the ground. They just start to crawl floor scudder.
Or tentacle things.
6 have left. There's only 2 remaining at this point.
Did you not have control?
The big Minotaur also stays.
Well, he wasn't directing the Minotaur. Huh.
And then you see, and it throws out its hand, and you see both of those goblins scuttle down the path.
The only reason I let your other undead live is because they were made from your soul. These creatures remain in theirs.
Yes.
You do not have full control of them. If this spreads, that control will weaken.
Well, actually, it gets more complicated than that. This Minotaur has the control of these creatures. And I have the control of the Minotaur.
So there's a balance, Jonathan. We can keep you alive. This won't become a problem, yes?
Well,
This is going to become a problem no matter
You're
what.
controlling
This
the
is a
Minotaur.
problem already.
You're controlling the Minotaur.
Yes.
And it will still be under control if we attack it.
Yes, if we try to get it, we'll lose control.
But the little ones are under Minotaur's control.
Yes.
So if we kill them individually, they don't lose control.
So long
Yes,
as we,
but they could attack us.
so as long as we keep
Sure,
our
but if we
distance
kill them
from
one at a
tyrants.
time, we make them line up, and then your Minotaur stays under your control. It's not
Execution
really that big of a
style.
problem.
I like how this elf thinks.
The spike came from the Minotaur. We should remove him as well.
I mean, yeah, after we kill all the little ones, sure.
Or we can contain it. Lock it in somewhere with the foe jar.
This is foul necromancy.
That's a terrible idea.
You cannot contain it.
Some innocent dwarves are gonna tunnel in one day and find a big
I just
old
remember
host.
the foe jar had that big old hole in the ground. They were containing something.
Actually,
Doing something like that. No.
it seems to be a weird mutated necromancy curse.
They're from the wild.
Clearly!
Gives me the hopes here.
It's true evil. Jonathan, we can tell.
We did find them in the wild, so they're definitely going to be worse
I'm
than
not
anything you
seeing
find on
this
this
type of
world.
Crap, that's right. It's not even from this world.
Yeah.
It has fade traces all over it.
Are you able to call back the other goblins here?
Yes. But I expect them to die during the trip to the fighting the blue goblins.
I don't want to place any hopes or dreams out here. I want them dead now.
Maybe we should walk with them.
Aaron, you wanted to kill things. Why are you so against this?
No, they're going to our enemies. I'm just saying we could stop them from actually fighting and just use them like a carrot stick.
The chance they succeed makes our enemies stronger. You've seen these creatures come back from the dead.
Wait, how much control do you have, Jonathan, of the goblins? How much is this?
I have control of their master.
So can your control slow their descent?
Well, since I've sent them off on their way, if the voice of their master can reach them, then yes.
Well, I think there's a big old body in a tunnel. That's to me 50-50.
You're a weird cleric.
There's something stuck in my throat. There's some weird fungus gas down here. It's not doing well for me. My chest plate's gone.
Every curse can be a blessing, and every blessing can be a curse. It is a matter of how you use it.
I'm sorry, but I don't quite trust your use to be the most beneficial in this moment. I think you've gained power and you want to use it. I don't think you know what that power leads to. You may be old, but I do not think you're wise.
As long as we keep that Minotaur alive, I want this to not leave this place.
And I want that Minotaur dead.
I see.
So we drag it out with us, and we bring the others following its tail in the direction we choose. But then that leaves the goblins.
Let us get rid of this goblin infestation, and then we will kill them all.
You're going to be killing the goblin infestation twice, then.
Not exactly. As you can see, there were 15 goblins, and only 8 revived.
Right, sorry, you're going to be killing half twice, then.
And if we're lucky, less.
Well, we're not going to kill them the first time, just the second time.
Maybe only direct attacks from the monsters actually. Like that goblin, its body is cut in half by that Minotaur's great axe, and it is not cut back.
Do you want to risk it?
I want to desecrate the rest of this tunnel. Sorry,
Consecrate.
consecrate. You know what I mean. Sophie's like, no, I can desecrate things. You should stick away from me.
You shouldn't say those things around good old clerics like you.
You say that, and Herod is just taking over Mr. Sophie. But, yeah, maybe.
The white children will be done in a minute. Just keep starving.
Heron's helmet has been given to them as a feeding trough, which they quietly drink from. They do not have horse heads. They are centaur children. They are small, and they scoop it up in their hands, covered in dirt, drink dirty water because of how the situation of their clothing and their ties are.
Perhaps we compromise. If killing the goblins does not break your connection with their master, you bring the goblins back here, we will slay them, and we continue to use this monster to take damage for us as we take on the rest. You maintain control of one, not 9.
Wait a minute. The goblins can spread the undeadness as well?
I do not know, but I believe so.
Will the things the goblins kill be under the Minotaur's control or the goblins' control?
I think it would be like a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, the church likes to make those as well.
I don't know what that is.
The idea would be that the goblin who infects the other goblins will become slaves to that goblin, making a hierarchy.
Hey, that doesn't sound...
It is how pyramids come into this law.
Well, the top of a pyramid's a point, and the Minotaur would be at the top.
We would maybe call it like a tree.
Yes.
Or a root system.
Wouldn't you be at the top and the Minotaur be under you?
For now, I'm at the top.
But wait, no. If
Minotaur beside him.
If you kill all the things under that, wouldn't mean that you would die. That's how pyramid works.
Yes.
Yes, well, keeping Jonathan alive wasn't your first
If I
choice.
die,
So it's not like a pyramid.
if I die, they will be free.
Yeah, so we kill them now.
Before they become an issue.
Yes.
I mean, we still then can't kill all the goblins, though.
My original plan was to actually use them as defenders for the sacred evil artifact, where I will banish them here forever to protect it so this could never leave.
I'm sure that was your plan. I apologize, but I don't quite trust your abilities to do that.
Pause a second, and we can discuss the fucking evil artifact you're now saying. You have that was on its head.
Yes.
Yes. As one of the 2 people who could touch it
And I
with our
believe
weapons,
that
we
this
should be holding it.
destroyed. Or at least hidden away for it to never be taken back again.
Why not trust one of us to wield it as we would a weapon?
Maybe they'll do that.
I'm divine.
Well, I have identified it.
You're this little morally screwed up.
Evil
You'd
artifact.
think that a cleric of Telio would just be like, oh, I'm dead, I'm
makes
gonna burn you to death.
Strong
I am
against
repre-
fighting
I
the
am-
forces of good.
I'm repressing every urge I have right now. So keeping
Let's not give Heron the ancient artifacts.
So keeping that weapon out of your.
But you should probably not have it being held by the
It is not a
Minotaur.
weapon, it is a defensive tool.
Does it talk to you?
It should not exist.
No, it should not.
You should have left it in the Feywild. In the
No,
wild.
no, absolutely not. No. Do not leave any artifact in the Feywild. Some evil Feylord will use it to do horrible things.
Better there than here.
No. Right, just go and hit it with your sword. See what happens.
We have the king's stock. We can keep a lot of very, very powerful ancient weapons held secure in a lead.
Maybe we're overthinking this, and it can be broken with a magic sword. Here, right, go ahead and hit it today.
That a tyrannical centaur that has great evil powers is on its way to build an army that will most likely take out King's Bay.
What are you talking
We do
about?
not want to bring this to King's Bay.
Oh, that's centaur, right? Yeah.
We're potentially
That's
under
why.
King's Bay.
Yes,
Right
we're technically.
we're here.
I forgot about that
We're
guy.
on the map.
Forgive me
Maybe.
for not converting what my plan was, but I was going to go to the nest of the Blue Goblins, give this to the Minotaur, and give it the task of protecting this artifact forever.
I think
Bah.
your
I see the promise in that plan,
To never leave this place and live in the labyrinth of these caverns.
but I wouldn't make it up myself.
Except this place is underneath a...
It would be the creation of a
Like,
new
just
dungeon.
theoretically, if, like, an evil group wanted to destroy King's Bay, you could just make a hole between this army of... He's not listening. Oh, well.
My
Anyway.
patience is starting to
So
wane.
Sophia's like, actually, I think it's a really smart idea.
We can either kill the goblins, or we can kill the Minotaur.
I don't think we can kill the goblins.
The goblins are borrowers. They could be moving through their
I
own
don't mean
forms
the
of
whole
tunnels.
hive, I mean the ones infected.
Yeah, but they could be... And you do look to the tunnel in the direction. The ones that were skittering across the floor, you're now looking at kind of small, oversized holes that are clearly just burrow holes. Like, the reason they didn't leave the ground is because they started digging.
It is not my issue that natural creatures have made their way here. It is my issue that unnatural creatures have made their way here. This is a curse. It should be dealt with.
Jonathan, you realize the Minotaur waving his hands to those two wasn't to follow the instructions that you gave it. It was to borrow.
I mean, look, I'm on your side. Necromancy is abhorrent in all its forms, but the goblins are also a curse, and we have no way of killing all of them without something like this. Or maybe we could go and get the army from King's Bay to come down here, which I don't think
I
you
would
can
rather
do.
deal with an army of goblins than an army of undead goblins.
Yeah, but we can control the undead. Well, he can,
How do you know?
because he's doing it right now. But it is a big maybe, and it
took a
could
while
definitely
to
backpile.
answer his request.
What do you mean? Oh, right. I mean,
That is how it works for hordes of people.
And he only controls one. He doesn't control all of them.
But I could cast my spell on others of them.
Yes, but you casting it is different to them spreading it.
Yes.
We've already let one evil exist.
We've
Do we want to let another?
been talking on this for 15 minutes. I think we need to decide. I understand my lack of intelligence in this subject is in... I'll leave it to you to make this
Right.
call. I'll go with you with the rest.
After they deal with the nest,
I mean,
I am okay with taking them all out one by one.
You are far less intelligent than I originally.
Which nest? Because I think this is a lacquer nest, or it's a quarter nest.
there's a problem. We know nothing about the Blue Goblins in their society.
We could go back. Fuck. If we found a way back up, no.
Can you at least try to call them back?
Minotaur, call them back.
And you see it walk to one tunnel. Now you know it's separated to two. It walks to the tunnel where it also indicated for the goblins to burrow.
Would this not be an issue if it calls all goblins back?
It doesn't have control of all
It doesn't have
goblins.
control of every single goblin.
It would be an issue if all don't come back.
And then your voice is cut off because it's this that just echoes and echoes. And it's a little distorted because of how much mold and hived fungus is growing around the underside around its jaw. But it's loud, and if these goblins are moving at a breakneck speed, you're assuming they'll hear it.
Or maybe the port will come towards that sound.
Right. It is to verbally give the commands?
Of course.
That's terrible.
Nothing about this is good.
What a horrifically inefficient necromancer curse.
Now, mind you, they've been gone for about 15 minutes. Over the course of this whole conversation.
I think we should be following their path, so we can...
There is some starving children over there that we've been ignoring for 15 minutes now. It's gonna question them.
I know, I thought you were going to do that when I dealt with this problem.
You are not dealing with this problem.
You are making the problem worse.
I think Jonathan's trying to be a problem solver.
Jonathan is sowing seeds of a plight.
A goblin hive is just as prideful. Right.
Do you not understand the lengths necromancy can come?
Yeah.
I didn't.
We've already seen it affect past a race. It's gone from Minotaur to Goblin. You think it can't go further? What's stopping it from going to every single human that is on this continent?
Oscar, it's a very valid point. I redact my opinion, Jonathan. You're doing a terrible job.
I mean, the problem of the goblins is a very easy way to fix it, but then you have another problem. Is the problem.
So there's Minotaur virus. That's the problem.
No. The blue goblins are the problem. This is also a problem. This is currently a small problem. The blue goblins are a big problem. If this problem deals with the blue goblin problem, then would that be a big problem?
I can individually trap goblins over the course of a day. Twice.
I mean, the real problem is our complete lack of information. We don't know how many goblins there are. We don't know how big their places are. We don't know if they live in centralized areas
We don't know
or
where this tunnel leads to. We don't know where the exit is.
I'm going to take 10 minutes and just do something around the Minotaur. Jonathan, please keep the Minotaur as still as you possibly can.
What are you going to do?
And you see him pull out from one of his pouches. Now, a lot of his stuff on his chest is gone. It was ripped up by that worm that just took his chest piece off. But sprinkles what looks to be a fine dust, and you're catching it under the light, a little bit of light that's silver. Does a circle around the Minotaur, and you watch fire kind of rise only about a foot off the ground and circles the Minotaur.
If you do this, I will lose control of the Minotaur. Are you sure you want to do that?
Serious.
Yes.
I can.
What did you say if you were
I was
hurted?
using a magical device called the circle, and it was going to hold it in place.
Oh, then that is okay.
Wow.
Okay.
What you
Maybe
are
if
doing
you'd
purely
explain.
I totally understand. It looks just like.
Maybe next time explain what you're doing before you do
I
it.
should have done that.
I know clerics have that problem. You think your magic is more important than everyone else in the world, so you just do it without asking permission to do it first or explaining it all at first.
You know a lot of old clerics.
Of course, I know a lot of people.
Jonathan, please ask your dead Minotaur to punch the wall that is in front
Let's
of it.
call him Fabius.
Right, Gina. Punch the wall in front of you.
And you see it smash its fist forward, the ground does a minor quake, and you can even see two little chunks of roof stalactites that are tiny and fall to the ground.
Why didn't you do that?
In this situation, he is stuck inside a magical circle. So
For
I
how
can
long?
prove
Oh, yeah, how long is that
like
going
an
to last?
hour.
Well, that's not going to do much.
It might help us if the goblins come back. We can take them out.
I mean, in the very end, it becomes a problem of... Is something that spreads by infecting others stronger than the thing that breeds thousands
yes.
a day?
Yes. You're a black cleric, you know. Isn't it your divine mission to stop the spread of undead? You create undead merely as puppets, yet you're allowing one that has, well, very few strings attached to exist. That seems quite
I
contradictory
think
to
from
the
the
purpose.
perspective of of undead might be very different from the churches, which is why I am holding back my testament. Also, this flame is holding up. I think that's a 90-minute burn. Just saying.
I honestly see this as a means to an end. For I am confident enough to control all of them. But I see your fear of the unknown,
Sorry,
of the
Jonathan.
boundless.
Sorry. Keep in mind.
And I am okay with
Never mind, it's not
finishing all of these creatures. However, if the blue goblins ever become a problem, that will be on your conscience, not on mine.
The blue goblins are a problem.
We're here behind you. The goblins are a problem for us.
Yeah.
And our people. Just loosely, though. It doesn't really matter. I'll just stay quiet.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'll take an infestation of goblins any day over an infestation of undead.
Do we have an inkling of
Your
if
people
the
set
infestation
fireballs.
spreads by, or the undead spreads by killing or slashing?
Seems like physical touch.
Seems to be only from their natural attacks. Those claws, where their fungus is connected, when it enters their bloodstream, it seems to slowly infect them.
Flesh-to-flesh contact from creatures that can burrow into the roof above you and jump on you. Very, very annoying.
Although the good news is obviously they're dead, so they can't reproduce. And for such species like goblins, which are quick reproducers like rabbits, it would actually be
does solve a certain
a horrible
long-term problem.
Another thing I've noticed is they've not come back yet.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, they were running for 15
15
minutes.
minutes away.
Is anyone going to plot that?
I'm going to take a look at the the centaurs and see if they have any cuts.
Yeah, one of them is missing a hoof, so from the
right.
and is able to walk.
Actively bleeding.
And from the directed orders, they will only attack
It's like a
goblins
over that
and
burn
dwarves.
point.
Sure.
And that's the one lying down. The other one is still
The worms can attack wherever they want them.
Check it.
You only gave the order to the 8.
Probably get them out first.
That is true.
You cut
And
through
the
the
eight
kind of wooden paling bars
should
and
hopefully
make sure
give
they
orders
wide
to
enough
their
opening that they can
sons.
leave.
Hopefully.
Hello, children! And I stand there and stare at them as they poke me.
You said God damn it to us just before. What is this change of personality?
Alright, I'll go talk to the children.
You see the Minotaur still kind of like, even though he is now frozen still in this circle, he is still looking in the direction of the tunnel that he yelled through. And then you see Heron, after a certain point, also walks over to the children of Jonathan and waves his hand. And that circle of fire around the foot of the Minotaur fades.
How long has it been?
In 2 minutes.
Aaron, why did you release your circle?
It's, I just thought it wouldn't be necessary at this point.
You should have kept it.
I can do it one more time.
Every
Don't
next time
waste
when
your
you cast
magic
something,
yet.
don't.
Right.
Children,
I'm going to watch this now as well.
please tell me, how long have you been here?
We don't actually. We barely. We don't know. In the moment it happened. Suddenly we plunged into dark. We don't remember falling or traveling. We only remember separated because someone awoke the tyrant and our tribe was shambling when the darkness is the ally of the enemy. Everyone, all of us were tense. We went to get some firewood for our for our sleep, and the sky went dark and the moon stopped or glowed differently, and then that's what he noticed. And there's one unconscious with the foot missing on the ground. We have no idea why we've been stuck here for so long. We haven't been fed. We can live a good while without water, but it couldn't have been over. I don't know, 2 weeks.
Already given them water.
Yeah, Heron's helm has been at their base. One of them that's still unconscious has barely had water splashed into his face. Is anyone here proficient in Arcana?
Yes.
Vaguely.
You can make an Arcana check.
Ooh, let's give it a go.
21 as well. Never mind.
Yeah, of course you are.
9.
9, 20,
19.
19. Okay. Well, Jonathan can kind of understand that it sounds, even though their memory is very fatigued, when they said suddenly we were plunged into darkness, doesn't sound like a normal kidnapping. Even though that does, it's resounded to a metaphor of someone who could be kidnapped. It doesn't sound like they're talking hypothetically. Even in the way that they talk through the common tongue, which is the language these centaurs have been speaking, it's not perfect. It's certainly their second language, and one that they've had to only use on rare occasions. The 21, you do get that there is some sort of thing that they are unable to vocalize. And that could just be fatigue. Like, their memory isn't, and their ability to remember stuff is exhausted. But when you catch the suddenly we were plunged into darkness, you can think that that might have some magical impact into their psyche as well, maybe.
Do you mind if I do a checkup on you?
What does that mean?
I want to see if there's any damages unseen.
Okay.
Was Marquis a first language Sylvan?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I'll try to do a medicine check to inspect them.
Totally.
Are they fine with me touching them?
As you move closer, they look almost too exhausted to put up any sort of fight. So yeah, you're more than there's no fighting.
No one has any food, do they?
11.
One of you check them for spells active. I'm feeling they were kidnapped by a wizard or something.
You and I have our bags. Right?
I see.
I would assume.
Because they jumped in the hole. So we would have rations.
Oh no, I don't hurt anything.
Oh.
You had all of that stuff on a card a long time ago.
Alright. Goblin jerky it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if no one has any food, are you
There is
bothered by
fine,
eating
so-
blue goblins? Should be fine, surely.
We've been fed them already.
I'll head over.
Is it unpleasant?
Yeah, it was raw.
We'll come.
I mean, Jackie, did they say behind you?
Do you lot eat cheese?
Do you like cheese? Cheese. Just give them the cheese.
Yes, that doesn't, in our language, that doesn't make any
I
sense.
think so.
Fermented milk.
Oh, not in a really long time. These are both boys. One of them looks a little bit more fluid in his gender than
This cheese is magical.
You.
Because it didn't survive that goddamn portal.
It's just really, really old.
He had like one leather wrap satchel to cover the cheese wheel, like a cheese wheel satchel on his side.
There's so much mold on the cheese. The cheese actually got bigger when we went through the
You
mold.
just break the
portal.
outside and gross. At some point they
Oh wait, actually, I've had a flask as well this whole time. I still use Heron soda. It's fine.
You are that type of guy.
Yeah, that flask, while good on the inside, it has like a very heavy layer of orange rust on the outside.
That's alright.
Okay, well,
Still functional.
I'm sure 5 grams of cheese is a lovely meal, but let's see if I can start a fire.
You see immediately it just turns around, its front limbs collapse, and then it just vomits on the floor. Just nothing. Just like dry bits of mucus and
I don't think your
digestive
cheese
fluid.
did.
Well,
Is it?
to be
Can
fair,
I try to ascertain if it's because they're sick or there's something wrong with the
Starving,
cheese?
sick,
Yeah.
very potentially. You see, Jonathan has gone over them, and I mean, the most that you can assess is that they've clearly been.
when individuals are without food for a long amount of time, when they first intake food, sometimes the body naturally reacts to remove it.
That's dumb. Elves don't have that problem.
You're finding it hard to find any sort of magical
Yes,
tampering,
it is
but
dumb.
in terms of regular
What an
wounds,
inefficient
they
metabolism.
they're pretty gashed. Like the goblins have been.
You're starving to death and your body's like, no, I don't
cutting them
want
in
to.
the
That's
sort of
stupid.
way that you would with a horse. So that rear half of both of them is pretty bad, and more in the gash marks. And you can see there is some darker hues. So there's obviously some minor infection on their rear half from the type of gross use of weapons that have been.
You guys are clerics. Can't you fix them?
I'll detect magic.
Aaron, are you just the Bernie type or you got healing?
I can heal. I was going to save it for you.
I mean, like diseases, not wounds. But they also need
I
healing from that.
think I do.
Are any of you injured? I could also cast my healing magic.
I mean, that one's missing a foot.
I'm severely injured.
Come close.
I don't know. I got punched in the face by a queen and I feel like I'm about to die.
Horrible person. You should heal the child.
It heals everyone.
What was your question?
I'm doing detect magic.
Take magic.
If you want some.
No, I'm perfectly fine. I'm at optimal
Never been hit before.
efficient.
By Marina's grace.
So, at first, it's like this little faint eminence of its own energy, and then you realize it's kind of like this much wider. Like you're looking too close. There's a moment where you take the second, use your intuition, and you take a step back, and you realize that despite their head being this emanation of this small kind of green natural faint energy, their body is constantly like rippling with this deep, dark, black enchantment energy. It does seem to be predominantly thicker around the head, at least that's where you notice it, but it is almost like an aura of evil that suffuses both of them. And it is not hidden from you, and it is, in terms of the evil that you've seen, it is certainly the strongest.
This is not good.
It would, in the way that you noticed in Spirus's kind of like gold eminence, the colours and glows that would emanate from her, it's maybe only, you can imagine, a few degrees less.
There's very powerful evil upon
Or
them.
1 or 2 degrees less.
Specifics, please.
Seems like some type of arcane enchantment. But of the evil kind. And,
Not very helpful.
well, I don't quite get specifics.
What school of magic?
Enchantment.
Oh.
Evil
That makes
castle
sense.
of enchantment magic.
Most of them.
Its powers slightly under that of a quasi-deity.
In this moment, excuse me, Oscar, I want you to roll a DC 30 will save for me.
Oh, I failed.
See this coming.
In the moment that he acknowledges that, says it, you are
Am I stunned?
Can't be stunned.
as long as you are within 10 feet of these creatures, now that's kind of like an added thing that I'm adding, because it's innately, you are, there is some sort of burst, or as you try to tell them what it is, there's some sort of like extra glow that then grows brighter and if not stronger than your master for seconds, or not your master, but one of your teachers. And in that moment, you are shaken. as long as you are within 10 feet of these creatures.
I will step back.
Step back, and that's when you'll notice you actually are coming out of a small black aura that is surrounding their body in a 10-foot area. Like you were looking way too close. There is darkness obfuscating their whole form.
I was mistaken. It's the level of a quasi-deity.
Jonathan, do you know much about this?
It's the same strength as Innsbruck's.
As much as Oscar.
Heron,
I
see
could
his
detect
eyes
what it
go a
was.
bright yellow, and then you see Heron just fall on his butt. It's
What is it?
it's growing in the darkness, as in it's using the darkness to make itself. This is a night creature. This is a very, very dark.
So we need to create light.
Show
It
me.
might make its energy weaker, and you've also got
Presence light in the dark.
The wood around here.
detect presence.
So what type of
In the bars from the
Hills
Yes,
is
yes,
on
the
the
bombs.
edge outside
You're
there.
getting this type of this inner anguish
Don't suppose you're flint.
that just comes from observing this creature.
No, I don't think so.
With this centaur.
If only there was a
what type
fire
of,
cleric here.
subset of outsider? That's what
It's
if it lingers on it. So if the caster was a undead, I would know. If the caster was a fae, I would know.
The caster is
If it was an outsider, I would know.
an undead.
Because if I upon these creatures, we should remove these creatures.
It is an undead. That is good to know.
Which one?
The thing that's in charge of these children.
Yeah. Too helpful.
Gross.
Jonathan,
Perhaps the same undead that calls the skeletons, right?
Could be.
Could the undead be the
But that
Minotaur?
person has been dealt with.
Cicero, make a linguistics check for me,
Yeah.
sorry.
But it could control the Minotaur
20.
if it gets close enough.
You watch as, just as all of you guys have been talking this whole time, seemingly unconsciously, the centaur that's been awakened with it the whole time it's been drinking water is slowly, with its hand by its side, slowly grinding its overly long finger through itself, and you're hearing like drops of blood hit the floor. So as you guys are observing this, you're watching it. It looked like it was scratching the side of its horse body, but this centaur is starting to dig its thumbnail flesh, carving deep down in like a gash down its side. This is a young calf. I mean, it's got the strength to it, but you didn't expect it to be able to perform that in its weakened state. It does 3 more gashes, and Cicero, only because you're looking at it from a weird angle. Did you make a linguistics check for it?
No, I got 20.
20, yeah.
I say it's Sylvan, hey, stop, what are you doing? And I'll walk over it.
Rules, would you kill these children?
We were the bait for the fire. It's in Sylvan, but it's carved in blood in its hide, and you touch it.
Grab its hand and try to stop it.
And its arm kind of like grabs you, but it's really weak. And you're surprised it could even thumb
Killed younger.
its own skin if its hand was this weak.
Sometimes it has to be done.
Leave my hand there, but
It's
look at
hands
its
kind of
look at its ass. What is this?
What is what? Oh god, what did I just what? It's also kind of just have a stuttering freak out. It doesn't know what it did. I'm just gonna sit down.
What did you say?
In Sylvan, the symbols, we were the bait for the fire.
We cannot let them live.
Oscar.
Whoa. We can't kill them. It's not their fault they're enchanted. We'll get them fixed somewhere.
Is it not beacon to the strongest undead we've ever detected?
What about the 10th level undead cylinder you guys saw like 2 days ago?
But if you do anything, I need to.
Yeah, I can tell.
Was
that when I was here?
Yeah, you were here.
Okay.
You were like, oh, I'm so glad all the undead are dead. Aaron, you should kill it there.
I did.
So I said you shouldn't free it.
Well, we were planning on trapping it with the same magic I was going to use to trap the Minotaur. And now you start to hear
Jonathan starts walking away, looking away from it. Wow.
Jonathan, you see behind you from the tunnel 3, 4, 5.
5.
You do see a 6th.
Okay. So one of them wasn't called back.
2 of them are.
2. There was 8 total.
Likely the 2 that
Oh, I
borrowed.
only have
You
7 here. Oh,
You
then,
count,
oh,
is
never
it?
mind.
It's alright. Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, that's fine. They're most likely dead now.
They borrowed.
Borrowing is a more arduous process.
Okay, children.
Why do you need to kill us? We didn't do anything to you.
We're not going to kill you.
We're connected to something dark and evil. Yes, you're connected to something very evil, and in the dark it seems to be amplifying its frightful technique somehow.
Was were the planks that made their prison gate, like, they were wood, right?
They're wood, and they've got some sort of like natural, very dry like twine to like hold them together. So it's actually like relatively well fortified for its
Can I tell what type of wood it is? Is it from a surface tree?
At the size, I mean, it's whittled down to the point where there's no bark. You're not getting that, but the color does not match the surface of Kings Bay. Like there's a few more. Like north is more mahogany trees, and here is more like a very dark brown, and the inside being a still kind of like a kind of reddish brown. To this southwestern corner of the continent.
Children,
This is like a pale yellowish inside.
you do not remember how many days it's been.
I mean, we couldn't have been down here this long. We've starved. We've been without water the whole time. We can't go more than 10 days without water. We'd be dead. So it's close to that.
But
Or we were.
it's unlikely a creature that we freed could. What was that? What did it do to itself? Why did it carve into itself? Let me wipe the blood away. I can heal its wound. And Aaron goes over to it, and then at that like 10-foot reach, you see his eyes have to flicker out. He has to not be looking at the energy for him to get his hand points, and you can see his hand, even in the gauntlet, shaking. Touches it.
He carved. We were the sacrifice that lit the fire on himself. Probably his unconscious mind trying to resist the enchantment to tell us.
You were the sacrifice for the fire.
Does that mean something to you?
I kept him fire, please.
Cool name. Does that mean something to you, though?
We've been trying to find Central Children.
Maybe they mean like the fire of war that's
Maybe
going to
the fire
happen.
of two. Maybe they knew the temple was hunting them, and they were expecting. No, the Central Children would not.
Doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make sense.
There were priests outside.
Huh?
Did you not see the dead body that we saw? It was a priest
He was a wizard.
of a priestly order
Okay.
of Nanoot, which has a truth to well. If we want to stretch our hypothesis.
We don't know.
Okay, but we're not killing the children.
Yet.
No, we're not.
I mean, if they become a...
Oh,
then maybe.
but then...
We'll do what we can.
Sophia just gets close to it. Doesn't seem to be affected by its aura. Just walks into it and just.
Are we affected by the horrors or just him? Yeah.
It seemed to be when they were flickering into, and even when Jonathan flickered into a kind of awareness of the presence that is contained within it or outside of it.
That's not affecting much.
Too trusting, but if you don't want them dead, we can delay that.
I'm gonna head over to the The goblins have returned.
Let's
Wait.
fast.
Let's compromise. We don't kill the goblins. We just don't send them off to do a little genocide. We keep them with us so they can help us in combat.
You were fine. You
Except
barely lived.
2 have not returned yet.
Yeah, and they're a problem for someone else. Probably goblins. But it's far better than all of them being a problem.
But I doubt those goblins would live in a horde of their own kind.
What if we just remove the goblins and keep the Minotaur?
They'll just make more goblins.
Yeah, specifically goblins.
We need to kill the goblins. We can't kill all the goblins by
Aaron
ourselves.
walks over and just cuts one's head off. Aaron puts the bloody blade back on his shoulder. That works. Good. So they can die. That's what I
Well,
do.
if we want to pick them off on night one, definitely can help with that.
Control on it.
It's command undead.
Yeah.
And if I or any ally hits the Minotaur, it loses it. But
Yeah.
that's not under my spell.
Command Undead is more like a charm.
So what are we saying?
I have a quicker option. Minotaur, order those five goblins to kill each other. Only the strongest will survive.
That's very... Alright.
Horrible Attack on Titan scene. You see them.
We're gonna make them
through the
more of them
camera.
anyway. It doesn't... Okay.
Only the strongest.
There you go.
It still leaves us with 1.
See one goblin just crushing the head of another with its foot.
Sure. And then 2 that are still out there. Seemingly not under your control.
Yes.
Look. Here's the problem.
I think they
What if we
find?
find... He's not listening.
Yes, please go.
What if we find a big-ass blue goblin city and Monkey's children are in the middle of it?
They've been ordered not to attack any of the race of the
Well,
goblins.
Well, to be fair,
I know, but the only option we have then, aside from stealth getting them out, which is going to be impossible, is then to unleash Jonathan's hordes, which will then make more hordes anyway.
yes.
Well, no, that's
Because
why
if we find a goblin city of 10,000 goblins, we cannot do anything to them.
That's why my compromise was leave the Minotaur. The Minotaur.
Sure, but what's the difference between us having to kill the Minotaur or just sending the Minotaur against 10,000 goblins? When it's going to make more goblins anyway, so killing these goblins is a waste of time. We just lost
We don't deal.
6 manpower.
We don't deal with the additional effect of the chain of command.
Right, except that if we set the Minotaur against the goblins, it's going to make more goblins anyway, and then the problem just
but
starts over
the
again.
goblins won't make more goblins.
They will,
No,
when
they
they
will.
they'll continue killing the other 10,000
I
goblins.
understand his point exactly.
I'm just saying that was a waste.
So
We will keep
This
going
is
on.
just inefficient. I don't know what you're doing there. You're going to kill the goblins, just kill them all.
One goblin left.
He's not even the strongest one anymore, because now he's hurt
you see,
because
he's
of his
putting
fight.
a new arm from another goblin.
There you go.
Sure, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, unless it cripples you permanently, and then you're weaker.
Now I will heal this goblin.
Shot shooting.
I can't believe.
Flesh repays
Are
itself.
they considered undead?
Yes.
Right.
Alright, 3-legged child. Do you think you can travel with us? Because we can't leave you here.
He's not conscious. Hasn't been. The other one's been conscious and talking to you, scratching its leg to blood. Here, just starts to pour most of the rest of Heron's face.
Is this like a curse?
I don't know. Probably just a spell.
It's
Okay.
an enchantment.
So sure, but some
Curses.
enchantments are curses.
Curses
Curses
are
are
necromancy.
I'm just
Curses
saying,
are
you
just
can fix
evil
curses.
spells.
Sophia, I think, can also fix some curses.
I can destroy one of their curses.
I can cure lesser diseases.
Potentially.
Maybe do that as well.
I should, yeah.
I mean, it's a quasi-deity level. I doubt you'd be able to do anything, but give it a go. Look, kids, you can't go that way, because there's a bunch of bugs that'll kill you. You can't go that way, because there's a bunch of goblins that'll kill you. So, you're going to stay here. We're going to cook up some goblins for you.
Well,
We're leaving you for a bit so you can rest.
No, I think.
And then we'll scout ahead to see. Look, here's the problem.
No, I think we
We haven't-
can leave them with the bugs. If they owe us one, they might restrain themselves from killing. I mean, it's one entity,
I don't trust that queen. Just can't shoot the gun.
but it is the only one we have to deal with.
Where did you
That's
come
true.
from before this?
Would save.
You said you were plunged into darkness. Where were you before then?
We were at the base of the Valandris range. We could see the edge of King's Bay's walls, but we were still maybe 5.
You're not part of the Tipping clan? No, right, okay.
Where were you
That
traveling?
sounds real familiar, but no.
You said we. Was that indicating you two, or multiple?
Yeah, he's not. We're not of the same, but we were put together for our age group.
Do you recognize the warlord Centaur?
Yeah.
You related? That's good.
Absolutely nothing to do with him.
No, he, when the, there was something that was targeting him.
Tyrant.
That's what happens when you're really big and scary. There are other big and scary things that target it and the people it cares about.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't even see it coming. I don't know anything.
Well, no.
Discern lies.
Damn, you're
So
untrusting.
it's a wisdom
Yeah.
save.
Take a will save.
What's that? That's a 3.
Are you lying?
I'm not even gonna worry. Their wisdom is 12.
Such a shit.
There.
No, that's okay.
It's pretty good, actually.
It's very, very strong. Normally it's shit, but his version is fun.
It's different.
There's a
You do it as a
confliction
reaction.
in your spell. And this probably, you imagine, has to do with the other magic that's woven or cursed into this creature. What it's saying is a lie. So it pings. But in your actual ability to observe and sense an understanding of a creature's motives, it being as honest as in a life or death situation it would have to be. So you're getting the opinion it's not lying.
They're being forced to tell untruths.
Something in its, even in the core of its being, is still, and as you say that, it's, yeah, you're right. I can't tell.
You need to stop doing that without asking first. It's very rude.
Why did I lie?
We have enchantment magic on you. It's not your fault. Don't worry, you'll be fixed one day. Alright, should we take them back to the Foja? I think the Queen's just gonna kill them, but if we leave them here, they might get eaten by worms. Can't take them with us.
Whatever's got us is listening when we try to talk about.
So maybe the Filjar will just kill them because they're cursed.
Yeah.
Maybe not, then.
Well, he wants to kill them because they're cursed.
Well, it really doesn't.
I think it's a worthwhile solution.
You're not the greatest person.
I never said I was.
No, I just had higher expectations.
Assumptions get you nowhere.
You had assumptions about him.
That's true. And I go
Assumptions
from nowhere.
get you nowhere.
That's the smallest one. He's of the Swift Tivin.
Tivin. That's close.
Forest Tivin.
Swift, Tim. Like plane runners or something?
I take it Tivin is not the name of a clan, but more of a race.
It's like
Yeah, Monkey said that was his clan.
it's
Maybe
like
there
a,
were sub-clans.
it's just like an abbreviation we use. He says it has to say in silver because he just wanted to say that word.
Oh, you're not related.
To the monkey? Did you say?
No, to the kid.
No.
What does he say in the song?
Oh, he said he could. The word Tivin in that Tivin is actually a Sylvan word. But what it is kind of referring to as an abbreviated like.
Yes, what does Tivin mean?
What it means is the founding of that wider tribe. So a kind of like subsect in the way that you're talking about.
Wait.
So it's like a sub-race versus a clan.
Very much. And that's how they differentiate.
They're forced to tell lies. They actually could be more useful.
There's a chance.
Well, no, one of them was a girl.
Well,
And they're saying they're from two different groups.
I know nothing about
okay,
that.
well, let's ask him then. You or
Neither do we.
him related
wonderful.
to
Why are we looking
Loki
for his
or
children?
his tribe?
Two says what? Do you want it?
Okay, that's a nat 12 plus
Yeah,
Right.
good.
23.
Okay. Yeah, he probably could be. What was he like? There's a few of us.
My discernment is also lost for
We keep going.
1 round.
5 minutes.
Wow.
Even if that's what he
It's
said.
concentration.
When he said that
No. Your version of it only lasts for an amount of rounds per day per your level.
Oh. Okay, well, I'll use it again.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's been less than 5 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're using this in
And to balance that bullshit ability.
There's a 4th level.
Yes.
When he said he could be a part of their friend's clan, referring to someone he doesn't understand, he doesn't believe it.
Okay.
And I think you can catch that. He stutters. He doesn't. He requests like characteristics. He even tries to name some, like dark brown skin.
I'm not dark, but brown.
I feel like that's describing every horse.
Sort of. Have you? Do
It's
you have
got flesh.
the horns that bend around in a circle,
No.
or like
No, they came out of his forehead.
that could be one of
So, bottom line is, we don't know if these are his children or not.
the Tivan sites.
I mean, the fact that
They don't have horns.
both of them are
There's
boys
only 3.
makes it less likely, but that one could have been changed from a girl to a boy with magic. So,
In fact, one of them looks very much masculine, the one that's unconscious, and the one that you've been talking to has a weirdly kind of trimmed androgynous
Do you know of
face. Like a very elven, elegant, thin wart.
Do you know
Over 7.
Do you know of the Wukong? That is what he said to the Queen.
No, it doesn't ring a bell. You're clocking. That's a lie.
Cool, right.
That's definitely the last round of that.
No, it's still in 3 rounds.
That's right, yeah.
Well,
There are 36 seconds.
it's an immediate
I mean,
action.
the
So I
wording of the
activate it when
spell
they say something.
says that you detect when they deliberately tell a lie.
Yeah, I'm like a...
So it's just
I don't know how it interacts with.
Oh, fuck!
I don't know how it interacts with enchantment.
And you just can do that within the
If they
5-minute
like, it's just
concentration.
if they know that they're not telling the truth.
Yeah, which they probably don't.
Yeah.
If it's unintentional,
Or if they
The
believe.
spell is very finicky.
yeah, it is. But if they're like, they accidentally make a mistake and they like Freudian slip, then it won't be like wah 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 lie. But if they're like, I'm speaking bullshit, that rings.
Some slinging bowl.
But I'll stop using it now because I got one more out.
There was a lot of us in a short period that I think went missing or fled. That was just because we depended on the light source in the dark, which isn't normally what we have to do.
Huh? One dark
Well,
light source.
it was the tyrant. He told us that the dark was hunting us.
So you went with the tyrant.
Everyone did. Because there was signs. Like where we went, the stars blinked out. Right, make that a history check.
Could this be the tyrant's magic?
I don't know anything about Moki's dead.
It didn't seem like it was from him. It seemed like a warning he was frightened of, or at least he kept looking up at the sky and talking about it like it was the omen of the problem that we were running from. It could have just been him. He was evil.
16?
16.
He was evil?
Well, when you say you're going to protect everyone, it kind of
Was it the blood?
that would pop up. Yeah. You actually correlate even with what Jonathan said. The night before your ritual, where shadowy figures descended from the sky and attacked your village, the stars would blink out, and the ruddy brown moon would tinge a deeper red.
The night when
But that would happen in an island in the middle of the ocean, not in the center of the continent. Which is what they're talking about.
Were you able to discern if these creatures were still the same as they were? You were able to detect undead? Are these still from the wilds?
Well, I can recast it again to see their auras once more.
You're trying to see if they're from the thing.
Yeah, it was still considered fair. Fish out of the presence room. Still
As you detect the if you're outside of 10 feet of them, it's just no good presence. It obfuscates any amount of natural quality that comes from it just because of how dense the dark enchantment is. That being said, if you do what Oscar did, you got close.
Yep.
You got within touching distance, you could feel as you kind of moved your hand over the hair of their back that there is a kind of green, the faintest bioluminescent green color which is kind of coming from them. That does resemble Fae, though in your thinking everything glowed Fae when you're in the Fae. So it's like a dulled Fae energy.
Mm-hmm.
Still positively Fae.
They are still fake.
That's good.
I forgot how good the shiver feels. Sorry about that, I will step back now.
It's okay for you to take pleasure from your magic, just don't tell us about it, okay? Alright, how about this? We split up and search for clues. You just go ahead. Me and Ray will take these guys back.
Sophia's got a book open and is casting magic into the unconscious one.
Sophia, what are you doing
I'm going to heal him of his sickness. I just
do you normally get your book out to do this? Your evil book?
Yeah, it helps concentrate the energy when I can't see properly.
You have a book, Healing the Evil Curse.
Why can't you see properly?
I need light source to see the wounds I'm healing.
Aaron?
I'm talking. He was not talking that whole time.
Don't we have a continual flame?
You have that.
I thought we had
his sword is
continual flame.
His sword, I mean, in the corner where you are, is a dull 20 primitive burn.
Can I borrow this for a few minutes?
Alright.
Or do it on any other weapon so that we can have a torch?
In fact, the only glow there was the pen. I don't know where that went. But Jonathan's totem had a kind of glowing light source on it.
That does sound better than Aaron. I feel like Zach don't it today. 21.
Can you take your dice out of your dice tray so you can roll properly, please?
No. Actually, 21?
He's fucking stupid.
I think moving between spaces he's not aware of is really screwing with his judgment.
Did it tell you to walk here?
Didn't we get teleported into this tunnel?
You could teleport into this tunnel, and then you probably only walked for the better part of an hour or 2 hours. Really hard to teleport
in this tunnel.
Well, I assume we were just going to walk through the tunnel. But as we know now, assumptions get us nowhere, so
Correction. Assumptions get you nowhere if they're wrong.
very true. I have no idea how we're doing. We could try and backtrack, or we could try and keep moving forward.
Mentor, do you know where the
reason why I'm asking you is because he has labyrinth.
Checking for the recall.
what direction would be to the exit to this place?
To find the surface.
Maybe it's not a labyrinth.
You see its head look one way, and then you send it to the surface, and its head looks in another direction. gives you the one. There's only, I mean, except for the part that you came through, which you'd expect he could have walked through. He didn't. He looked at one, which is a relatively wide path, like 10 foot wider than this one is a thinner, maybe about 8 foot wide, and it climbs up a tiny bit.
Exit to these tunnels.
How about... Well, I guess you lot still want to go after the centaurs, two of them.
Well, I
It's
wouldn't
quite
mind
important to me
Kurakawa.
personally.
Why?
Centaur.
I made a promise to Mogi that I would find them.
And he went on his own spirit quest to find them.
Yeah, I don't know why he did that.
Yeah, I don't.
He's,
Yeah, no,
not,
it's a bit ridiculous.
he's not the smartest when it comes to critical thinking. Maybe he'll come back and immediately know where they are. We can hope.
If we go to the surface, we're unlikely to find them if these by chance are not them. If we gotta go through further into the tunnels, we can find more goblins.
Well, it seems like we can use the Minotaur to lead us a path out of here. We can take the Centaur to him out. I can. I'm slightly less armored than I was before.
You seem really scared all of a sudden just because you're not wearing a breastplate.
It was magic. It was a magical vestment from the temple.
Move out of the way instead of running the pitch.
Was it really
Says you.
Yeah, I've not been wearing armor for like 6 weeks now,
You nearly got eaten twice.
He's
but I didn't.
I
rarely does the temple.
also
give up
could use for a wardrobe change, as my clothes have been mostly destroyed.
Well, I'm
So,
mainly
you
You
thinking.
could have asked.
Look, begrudgingly, we've only just done a 12-day journey. My vestments are kind of already in tatters. They have been the whole time. I'm cool to keep going into the tunnels. Avoid my
Weirdly, my clothes are completely fine.
Same.
Well, maybe you hang yours out to sleep when you go to bed naked. I don't know.
If we are able to exit this tunnel,
Because I clean mine.
if we are able to exit this tunnel, that might be the best solution for now. Keep these two safe, and then we come back in. Because
Heading to the surface.
I think if we fight a horde, then we have to defend these two. While fighting, it will be difficult.
Alright.
Righty then. We'll head off.
So, which way's the surface?
That
way. That is the
Fucking
surface that way.
What do you say?
How do we know the surface is that way?
Well, Minotaur's logics are
What did you just say to me?
Extensive.
Sorry, that's a language I don't know. You gotta teach me that one though, I need to know. I got a free language I need to build.
Something you know what you want to say, but the word doesn't come out.
And probably no commodities, no languages.
Damn it, I don't know either of those. Actually, I know one of them.
A traveling labyrinth. This is something like a labyrinth.
Wait, the Minotaur ability still applies even after he's dead?
Of course.
What do you mean, of course?
Have you not resurrected? Sorry, yes. Everything that the living creature once had sometimes carries over to the undead.
So the goblin can still reproduce.
No, that is dead.
How do you know?
Well, humans can't reproduce when they're dead.
Have you tried?
No, but I've actually
Oscar,
heard
are you
some
into some
reports,
stuff?
and it does get pretty weird.
Well, either way, I think if we take them to Kings Bay, it wouldn't be too much of an issue, because this entire thing is underneath Kings Bay anyway. If they were going to invade, they wouldn't invade anywhere else, really.
Now that you told me that, if we take them to
Yes,
Kings
this
Bay,
is underneath, but I guess my thought is, you
The
know,
exit, hopefully,
They will
is
be-
not in Kings Bay.
if this is
And if it was, we can defend it.
if this is, say, a ticking time bomb where eventually we'll get up to Kings Bay, there will be a lot of people nearby. You know, it's a fairly large city. This energy starts exuding, and then everyone either gets cursed further or it calls upon,
That is a different issue. I
greater
didn't know that was a thing.
well,
I mean, do keep in mind, magic can do anything. Anything.
Where our tyrant went, the black stars followed, so I think if the black stars are above us when we reach the surface, then you'll know we never should have come.
With the lights flickering.
Man.
When did that happen?
Krueler's even more screwed than it was
It
before.
happened,
what do you mean?
it started,
Well, the tyrant's next to Krueler now.
Started
And Krueler is already annihilated
like
up
3
in
months
a
ago.
little bit.
How often is it doing it if it started 3 months ago?
The stars only blacked out in the perimeter of where we traveled. Above us, always. Like we were being shaded by some creature in the sky. It was so scary. It was pitch black. There was no. The moon was
Have you had any dreams?
Colored.
differently, like a darker hue. And I thought it was smaller, which is not normal. The dreams.
I've only ever seen that happen when hordes of enemies spawn. Beasts from another realm.
Okay, that matches the tyrant's
Well,
fear.
The same thing happens when your village gets attacked.
Yes.
Usually from different types of
The
magic.
stars blip out of existence. And the moon
You see through
colours.
the eyes of the target.
The oracles called them black stars, but
It's not like
they just use
scribe,
fancy terms for things.
Well,
Let's hope it's not the same thing.
I mean,
That's
yes,
It would
but there are also.
So there's just a general thing, something
wizards
happens every
were
time
able
some
to
dark
try.
deity or
And
something.
they use their connection.
also
causes an
as
invasion.
a-
should only happen every
yes.
decade.
But there are also enchantments, which you
So-
put sometimes.
Wait, how long ago did that
so you
happen
can
for
see
you?
through
Like,
their
what's the time frame on how
Sure,
long
I'm
you have
just
to
saying
find this
is,
artifact you're looking for?
as strong as quasi-deity, I'm not
few
going
years.
to limit its abilities.
So there's a rush,
Both
but not too much of a
costumes
rush.
think, but different ways.
It is a
Both are possibilities.
rush.
I'm just saying that if we blindfold them,
Aaron says there's a good
Covers one
sense that it's been able to look through them the whole time. That's why we were able to be knocked off our magical arses.
Could also be why they're unable to tell the truth.
Like they,
Thank you for typing that to me. I'm just saying it to me.
the problem is that these creatures with this level of magical enchantment over them, they could be simply just puppets now, and are able to play the part of their own race, but are simply slaves. And that is what I am most afraid of.
luckily
I should have
they,
told you that. Skip.
I mean, my personal opinion is we deal with them here and now, but he's let one of them
I
alive.
mean, at least the one without the leg, and you see that one starting to come to the awakened state, starting to really get his grip, put his hand on the wall, pull himself up. He's one of the smallest out of the two.
Oh, you're finally awake.
alright, I know that it's been a while, but I will try to purify one of them.
Sure, give it a try.
My head.
Let's go over the one that's talking.
I'm gonna make some goblin ass jerky.
Herod brings over the his cup and says, "Fill it up again. The young one needs more."
I grab my
I
fly.
am going to try to dispel the
My ass
that's
jerky is
causing-
roasted meat. I ain't waiting for that shit to
This may
dry.
fail, for it's not the strongest.
I just have like 30 feet.
Herod does as well.
I recommend your brother or sister to also move back.
sounds good. That's fine.
And she had a broken leg.
Right.
Karen, can you move him or her away?
I'm a male, although I've been said to. Mercer sits him upright, makes him rest on the wall where his one leg is missing. So, on the side his one leg is missing, and he seems to be holding himself up relatively well. I don't think I've stood in days. His legs buckling a little, but shakily they hold.
Farina, may bless this sorrowful soul and free them from the blight that's restrained.
Oh, fuck.
DC of 11 plus cost level will be successful.
I wonder what it could be.
So what's the cost is DC?
Yeah. Yeah, DC 30.
I'm not strong enough to break this.
That does, you know. Very close.
Yeah, but
You fell.
you definitely fell. Against DC of a coster 11 plus. Oh wait, it's the cost level of the effect. So what's the cost level of the effect?
Is it 10 plus the cost level?
It's 11 plus the cost level of the effect. 31.
34.
34, okay. Yeah, I got this. So that's 18 plus my cost level 6. So that I only got 24.
34. So So at the moment you flex your energy and you realize that this is certainly and Jonathan, I'm not going to make you roll. You're shaken.
Oh, I'm feeling it again.
What's this tangle?
Actually,
And then you leave its 10-foot range and then you're okay. It's just the range of the creature and that orbiting sphere of darkness.
I'm gonna cook this bit of goblin ass with my knife.
So I take it in what?
You shred it.
the curse is too strong.
Yeah, I fillet a bit and then I cook it.
Heron just
offer it to the children.
puts the fire that you need in a bright, like, in a amount.
I have my knife.
Oh yeah, you can shoot.
Yeah.
And it's most likely the source.
Alright, please help me, Harold. They probably need more.
Or the
Potentially.
In fact,
way that
cooking the meat through the
magic
center is
is-
actually not a bad way to speed the process up. So you can cut out some time and in like 30 minutes have a good portion of goblin jerky from overcooked but ready to go.
Have you healed the children yet?
I have.
Okay, so for you guys, let's say there was a last 30-minute doing a few checks, investigating these creatures, helping them get their feet in on shaky legs and walk forward, getting the jerky organized, and finalizing spells.
It's not turkey, it's just roast meat.
Are you not concerned with eating undead corpses?
No, these are the non-undead ones.
Oh, okay. How do you know?
They've not got fungus. They're crushed and they've not got fungus growing on them.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
The only tell you were able to see for Ray, especially for Ray, was these where the greatest wounds on the undead's bodies were these small green pustules, which were almost like a bioluminescent green. Very fake.
I'm not gonna lie. There's like a 90% chance they're gonna die. But we can still try.
Yes.
Alright, here's some... You guys need to eat.
Some gluteus maximus.
You guys need to
cooks
eat.
to perfection.
So-
They do, and they start to.
Sorry.
They're like the one that's standing on its 2 feet says, "I'm sorry" to its friend and hands it. The maid gives it the first bite. You hear crunching. You obviously hear that there was a few extra little bones, like bone shards that weren't properly removed when the pulverizing,
Extra
happened.
calcium.
Crunch. Starts, chews, and continues to chew for the next 30 minutes.
Wait. Why don't we just look for the goblin's food? I'm gonna look for all of the goblin's things.
I'm sorry, child. I cannot help you.
It's okay. Your red friend there, pointing to the little red girl, she has made it so that I am not seeing 4 of you. And he turns around and starts to try to walk up the little, sloped raise in the path that you were going to go to.
Right.
And very slowly.
This look like one.
You guys can make your way forward if that's what you want to. Is there anything else you want to do in the cabin or on any of the other paths? Collapse it,
No.
block it up, just move through it.
Yep.
Good.
Uh,
The undead goblins, Heron does not.
The one.
Well, he could.
There's only one undead goblin.
Yeah, get rid of him.
goblin.
Yeah, kill him.
Because we killed all the others because it's a threat.
No, he.
And also because we can utilize this goblin.
Heron needs to
For jerks.
Has +1 battle power.
melt the evil away, so he'll do that.
We have enough battle power.
It's
No.
going
We can get an infinite amount of people.
to go to the surface. I
things
am
are
out
really
of my
trying,
silver
perhaps.
powder.
Also, I can't take this into anyway, so.
So as you begin to head through the tunnel, you can be
Sorry,
moving.
the goblins had crossbows. Or they lack crossbows.
2 of them are light crossbows, and you were getting over there not from the goblin. You even could see parts of other light crossbows that are like shattered and broken. Maybe 2 others. Of the 2 functional ones, you can find, let's say, 7. Actually, on each of these goblinoids, there's +1 arrows.
What?
Specifically against hunting certain animals and insects.
They have
+1 bolts or arrows?
Bolts, because these are crossbows. But these are like made like shit only fire goblins. So these are
Poor quality.
there are animal bane arrows. They're 3 each. And the ones that weren't completely obliterated will still have some of them. So that's how you get at least 9 of those points.
Interesting.
Are you trying to say our fate has been predetermined?
Can you
What if
roll
we
me
went
a
back?
4?
Okay.
I'll take point, by the way.
Okay.
4.
Great.
No, it's very interesting. I'm gonna scout 50 feet ahead.
Yeah, buddy.
No, away from you because you're loud.
Wait,
It's not scouting if you're in the front.
did Harry kill the goblin or not?
No, the last
I'm
one.
gonna join you.
Oh, awesome, cool. The goblin will be stealthing them.
Okay.
Jake, would you like?
Sure.
Because it's stealthy as hell.
I don't know.
For goddamn reason.
Stop giving me 2. You know, take it away. Okay. Stop trying to squish him.
It's not Easter anymore, okay? We're gonna do this here.
Always Easter.
It's Easter whenever I want.
Always sunny in Philadelphia.
Easter episode!
Guys,
Yeah,
it's
Dana,
currently
it's-
Easter.
You guys get to a point of a higher elevation, of the tunnel, and you notice that there are a few cracks in the wall where you can see there is another much wider, much darker chamber to your right. And at the point where you're noticing that there's a cracks in the wall, so very thin, in places, a very thin wall, there is this kind of quiet sound ahead, like gravel being slid as if like under a carpet. About 90 to 100 feet ahead.
Did you hear that?
Did you say that out loud or in my head?
I said this one out loud.
You have telepathy, don't you?
Yeah, but I rolled low on my stealth, so I need to make some noise.
What? What did you just say to me?
Don't worry about it.
There's people above us rolling dice.
When we're
Like
scouting,
gods.
it's just telepathy.
You've been footstepping real loud. You don't need to talk.
There's another passageway, the very thin one.
It's not even a passageway, it is literally just cracks in the wall where you can see there is some black opening space on the other side.
Fine, I say in your head. Did you hear that?
But ahead of you are the regular same size tunnel kind of continues forward. And
And then you're answering verbally.
He can't answer telepathically. He
Yeah.
has to answer verbally.
I try to telepathically say this to you. Yes,
2
I
minutes of you
understand.
guys just waiting to talk to each other properly.
Is that a yes?
I wonder what they're doing 50
Spoke
feet
in my
ahead.
minds.
It only works one way.
What?
Clank,
They're on
clank,
magic roll.
clank,
Terrible.
clank.
They're only 60 feet ahead of you.
But you know what?
Ability.
I am 50 feet behind them, but I can also roll stealth.
It's
Let's go!
It's like its own language.
2, 0!
You're just not saying
Can you teach me this language?
Clank,
Stuff. Alright, we can do that later.
Clank, clank.
Don't worry about stealth. With Ray beside you, that's not happening.
Oh, hey guys.
I can hide.
You're totally gonna hide.
There's everybody.
Go invisible.
Everybody. There might be something ahead. Jonathan, ask your Minotaur if that's the exit. I point to the crack in the wall.
Jonathan also got a 30.
Oh, 30, damn.
I got
Okay,
a
well,
32.
Jonathan can blend into darkness. This makes sense.
The goblin
Darkness is
got
irrelevant.
32.
Golden also
Jonathan.
he is actual.
Ask your Minotaur if that is the exit. I point to the crack in the wall.
It's pretty far behind you in the series of this tunnel. Like if they waited 50 feet back, and now you're moving up, and then now this tunnel. So you're bringing them into 100 feet of the center.
Does it sound like the creature is right behind the wall? Like right
It
behind the
doesn't
crack?
actually sound like he's on the other side of the wall. He sounds like he's probably further down the tunnel. As you were having this conversation, Ray, you noticed that there was a kind of sound ahead of them, and as you're all coming up to this point, you realize that there is a roof heighted. Oh my god, I'm pulling a Felix. Like there's some creature that is whole body is out of sight, and you're noticing through very, very faint amounts of light that is coming from behind you where you stand, there is long, curved in a way that a frog or some sort of massive kangaroo might be, like massive bent right angle legs that are two stalks in front of you, and they're maybe 30 feet away. You're realizing that there's a creature dark obfuscated in the tunnel 30 feet away from the party. They did not notice, you did. It's
How tall?
taller than the roof of the cabin. So its body is like, you can see its legs, and then its upper body is kind of just like somehow pressed to the top of the cabin. Shadow.
Oh, it's like we're in the undead asylum in Dark Souls 3 and all of those weird homunculus looking things are crawling on the wall.
I have no idea what the words you just said
The
were.
madness of Iceland. Just ignore it.
Alright, I do remember you saying that. There is a creature down there. Did you not see this?
I am very offended.
I can't see.
Why do you sound like an abomination?
I didn't see it.
There is
Something that is like on the roof of the cavern in the direction that you were walking ahead of you.
Oh Jesus! I thought that was.
Well, he said that in common.
Its mouth, in the way it sounded of its voice, you can imagine it has a snout.
Hello, Mr. Don't mean you any harm. If you don't mean us harm,
I say in your head, we should definitely kill it.
You see,
I hope he can hear your
as
thoughts.
Heron is like kind of half wedging up behind you, there's a little bit of firelight turning a little brighter and brighter, and that brightness manages to illuminate not the front of this creature, or the front of this creature. You're not noticing the facial features because that's pressed to the roof and kind of hard to see. You're noticing it has shoulder pads, green embellished, and they're like a bronze armaments just on its shoulder, which are basically pressed to the cabin as this is a 10-foot wide space. Like shoulder guards for what looks like 4-fingered, really, really large reptilian hands. You see its body squat, so its legs retract inwards and its lower half kind of sinks down a little bit, and you're noticing maybe like a 10-foot wide head. I want out of the caves. Please don't kill me.
But we're not gonna kill you unless you try to kill us. We're gonna come closer now, okay?
I'm stuck.
Yeah, we see that. Come on, Ray. Let's go and talk to it. Push you slightly forward.
Are we?
You can hear that swishing.
We can try diplomacy.
I think you
Since
should, I say in your head, I think you should kill it.
I approach it.
You see,
I'll follow you.
as the few moments
At
it
your
walks,
side, but half a foot
you notice
behind.
that like whole 10-foot upper deck and out area just completely opens. Like
Hey
a
there.
full, maybe an 8-foot wide mouth.
Another big
So-
thing. How did you get down here?
They will call the cavern wizard.
So,
Representation.
to be clear, we're going to be peaceful to each other, right? Sense motive.
Are you?
Yeah, what?
Yes. What did you? I rolled shit again.
Okay.
What are you rolling sense motive against?
Well, I asked him a question. I'm waiting for him to answer. and-
Blackjack.
Yeah.
Right. That's not really how sense motive works. But okay. Normally you
Well,
roll it.
the insight is sense motive.
Yeah, but you normally roll it in reaction to something, not in preemptive.
Maybe
Well,
you do.
yeah, but I asked him a question. If he answers, you know.
Right.
Trying to nerd
So what'd you
get?
insights of
What'd you
this creature
You don't know what I hate.
after seeing it once.
19?
19, okay. From his response, which was just like, you guys? You immediately get the it could be lying about if it's trapped. You're not entirely sure because it's pretty hard to see with the dark part of the cave. But in terms of what I'm saying, sounds like it is, or at least it sounds nervous, like it's, there's an approaching partner.
How did you get in this predicament?
The roof started to fall. Were you standing on the roof? Because in that case, the floor would have collapsed.
Oh, what are you...
Rumbling.
And you get the idea that its vocabulary is pretty limited. Like it's.
Do you speak Sylvan, as I'm saying, Sylvan?
And it kind of begins to ignore you in the way that you understand it, cannot understand that you're starting to talk in a different language.
Okay, he does not speak my language.
Collapsed and I can walk a certain 10 feet back, 10 feet forward. I can't.
What do you use these tunnels for?
We're a part of supporting. Supporting the temple. Maybe to detect the magic.
Supporting a temple?
What do you know of the goblins?
They were afraid of this part of the tunnel. Oh, great.
Are you friend or foe to the goblins?
They are not my. They killed the things I came down with. My companions died by their head.
So it seems like the enemy of my enemy is my neutral. Maybe we cut off the straps.
Yeah, I've always been this big lizard guy.
My memory does not align. No. Could not have been this size, this long.
Okay, well, I think a bit of your shoulder plate has fused with your body, so I'm gonna have to cut open your
And you see it reach back with its four fingers, like swipes over your head. Cling, cling. It tries to pull it off itself, and then you see eventually it wraps enough fingers underneath, and you get it.
might be less pain.
And you see just a solid chunk of shoulder hide. It's like a thick alligator hide. Rips off. That bit hits the floor. It's still half infused with leather, and with its hand covered in blood, it reveals that the symbol on that mantle matches the small gold. It's actually a green symbol, so you're not sure that it's the same regiment. And definitely not the wizards, potentially. But he called himself a cabin wizard, so...
it's the same order. You and my intellect has been tampered with.
If you get the urge to bite my head off, can you give me a warning before you do it?
I am hungry, but you have helped me, so I will.
And you see now that it's one shoulder mantle, which is quite predominant on the other side, it can kind of move and rotate one half of its body through and sideways kind of shift its body into the tunnel without being jammed.
Does it have one on the outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that one off. I can do it more delicately than you just ripping your arm off.
Please. I am sorry. It was very annoying.
Helen, kink, behind. Walks up,
Kink.
pulls his sword forward. This is going to hurt you. So just brace yourself. He does his thing, and he carves just a central kind of cross over its chest. Instead of blood coming out from the wound it carves, it emanates that kind of deep glow and glow. And then Nice. I've marked you and give this a second. Here goes. No pain. Thank you. And then you start to see that glow brighten, and like a swirl of heat ripples emanate from it. And you start to see that X on its chest gets smaller as its entire frame begins to kind of shrink, and the four fingers split, separate into five. A humanoid body of a frail, old, bald man kind of slowly begins to recess, strip back the many rows of teeth and fangs of basically an alligator monstrosity. I'm glad this worked, Oscar, thank you. Good call. And you see as this thing reverts.
Is a chunk out.
He's a pretty chunky fella.
Both of his eyes are dead.
He's about a 5 foot tall dude. And this thing was about 14 feet tall.
No more somatic.
I am truly grateful for you. What you have just done.
You remember?
There's a big problem ahead. I don't come from Kings Bay, but I did settle here as a sort of asylum seeker.
From where?
The Temple of the Candle let me in. From the upper regions of the Francis Range. I have some lineage of the family of the Wolves. We come from the type of deeper mountains near Falls Rock. Doesn't matter, we're not going to be able to make it out of here with the problem that lies at the end of this tunnel.
Which is?
There is an entrance to something. It has been boarded by some sort of human wood. That is not the problem, it is that there are 2 automated machines guarding its entrance.
What type of machines?
Human-sized.
A lot of things are human-sized.
Why is this a problem?
Because it is my strong belief that they will not be able to differentiate
By
the
machines?
reason that they're guarding it and what we are.
By machines, do you mean like an automaton?
Yes, one I'm assuming designed by the city. I never got close enough because I was a monster. And it would not have fated well for me to approach.
What is an automaton?
It
Did you not see any in the city?
is like that. The city's defenses that has 4 to 6 arms. These are human
Metal
versions of
person.
armored knights that no body needs to fit inside of, and they function for as long as they need to.
It's like a magical armor, except
Okay, this won't be a problem for us, probably.
or well, less magical.
That's great.
So without a soul.
Unless they're like really advanced.
Well, they're advanced enough that they're.
Mechanical, mixed with.
I assume they've quite advanced
How does
series
that work?
of defensives. There was only 2 guarding the front.
For human ingenuity.
This is a spot of. You can see the end of the cavern has a bricked wall as a kind of reinforced defense against the edge of the cavern that it was built beside or through. Yes, I know of Zandria in that
We should start a guild.
70 years ago she started this magical association for the betterment of this continent, I believe. I believe she's from this continent.
Yeah.
Never met her.
Neither. Why are you alone? What happened to the rest of... Why did you come down there?
Sounds better if I met lots of them. Have you met her? 26.
Even
Why did you roll for?
I'm sense motivating against you.
You cast a certain lies.
No, that's just a sense. Do I believe
I've
you?
never met her.
Okay, interesting.
Or did I?
there was a strong reason why the church was sending the temple. Sent many groups of priests and weak mages alike to deal with the threats underneath King's Bay. There were an immeasurable amount of problems underground, ranging from an enormous giant labyrinth, which we did. We observed from the corner of the cabin, and we did not pass through it. We stayed into the actual goblin burrowed caves. We dealt with 6 hides in the span of 14 days. But on my way out, there was a creature that came back through. He was very talkative, very charismatic. He was managing to convince the priests to go further in, despite their lack.
What type of creature?
His name was Bronzuno? I'm not sure. He had a very strange sounding name.
It's a cool name, but what type of creature though?
The Centaur.
Okay.
Is that the... Do we know the name of the Archmage?
Too late.
Or was it on the paper?
I swear it's been said sometime, either by...
Or by the dwarf?
Maybe. Because we had that courier who was like a high guy.
I mean, I have just said an Archmage of your type, but...
Actually, I think there was one mentioned last
Was he
episode,
the Archmage of?
and that one that was mentioned was...
What was he the Archmage of?
It was just
He was
an
the-
Cultivation.
He was the
Yeah,
apprentice of
cultivation.
the Archmage of... Also, the guy that you found in the cabin was the Archmage.
Roll the die, yeah. I got this.
Yeah, the cultivation. So the acrobatics.
But the Santa Archmage, we don't have a name for yet.
You got that he was, I think from Cicero, that he was the Archmage of cultivation. I don't
Well,
think you got
that was on the letter, I thought.
Yes, but I knew that before.
You don't know his name?
No.
Shame.
So he convinced them to do things they shouldn't have done. What did he try to get them to do?
They followed him. It's very easy there. They did not want to do it. They trusted his. This ended when suddenly I felt myself ripped between space. And I emerged in a long dark corridor, and I was much taller. And that corridor was fitting me, and I got a decent way through. I then remembered dust sifting down from the roof, covering me, and then since that I've barely been able to move, and it's just the space. I did not move with him when I made my voice heard. I said the comment. I said I did not trust the centaur. I was removed.
You said you didn't trust him. Why?
Because he said he brought cages down, but he did not say they were filled with the goblins. We were down in the caves to eradicate them. It would make sense if someone was in the caves to maybe contain one or two and study them. He was a wizard, I expected that.
Well, while you were that beast, did you have... You just didn't have much memory. Is that right?
Or
It's dumber.
the intelligence I was capable of was... I could barely form proper sentences out of the language I once knew. I think it was a total reworking of my...
Who was it?
I'm struggling to remember much of my abilities. I think I was a rather weak one, yes.
Wow.
You need to put yourself down
I
like
mean, you
that.
said it was the lowest of the order.
No, what is this order?
We are considered embers, the weakest tier.
That's part of the church of okay. Continue.
The embers were also the tool used to associate magical capabilities. When we were but a spark, an ember was all the name they were willing to give us. The church also calls embers in more prideful way. Though they never called me that. Herons, they called me that once.
Well, I was just thinking. He had 2 companions. This happened 2 weeks ago. These 2 children were here 2 weeks ago.
And we found them in a cage.
We did find them in a cage. Now, they have memories, which doesn't really align with this, but I don't know magic that well. Could it be possible that these 2 centaurs are not centaurs, but transfigured men?
There's not good
Seems
transmutation.
unlikely, but you seem good with languages. What's the
How do you know that?
definition of cultivation?
To collect something.
Okay. Are there any others?
No, that's not the... Cultivation is to cultivate something.
He's right.
Usually you don't use the word in the
I would
definition.
assume an archmage of cultivation is information gatherer.
Information gathering. I always thought cultivation was for plants and for growing
Yes.
fields and stuff.
But the cultivation of information.
Although I have heard from monks talking about cultivating the body
Yeah.
to make it stronger, but I've always thought that's
not a real thing.
mumbo jumbo.
Right.
Well, if the threads are all connected, is there a connection between cultivation and necromancy?
No.
Not
What is
at
the
all.
dead? What
I'm
is
not
the life?
seeing the connection
You
here.
cultivate life, you do not cultivate the dead.
Who's to say?
I'm not actually at the stage where I was able to choose a specific field. Being said, we were offered.
Yes, you were level 1. We get it. You're a garbage wizard.
I was terrible at what I was doing, but I was requested to do it.
Well,
Wait, there was only 2 people with you?
There was 2 at my side.
However, could be a druid.
Do they always send out such small teams down here?
potentially.
We were part of a group of 12 that were
If you can wield life magic, you can
separately
wield
from
death
many
magic.
of the cavalries. We broke into the
they're
larger
different
labyrinth
pieces.
of the water
Cultivation of
channels deep under the city. We stayed away from those primarily.
Smart, they
Words
drop you
can
out in
have multiple
Bugland.
meanings.
Necromancy is not studied in most schools, not in any of Akma's teachings, and the task of resurrecting life was always kept to the priests and to the man they called use of souls.
Very good.
I doubt these centaurs have been polymorphed like he has. Different type of magic.
The man moves slowly up to the
But-
centaur.
Good idea.
Do you mind if I just
I just step 30 feet back.
sit there and sit back? He kind of just, his hands going very, very faintly, and you realize that while he has some capabilities, he might not be able to tell the extreme aura that's coming off them while he's in.
Can we kill it?
He's just slicing beside the head where he's looking, and he's like, "Oh, you got pretty close."
Get down, children.
They drop the aura drops.
So you say this is an arcane energy? Perhaps profane. That would make sense.
Can you give me the definition of profane?
Evil.
Ah,
Unholy.
that's right.
Jonathan, your caster here is the name Jonathan, I heard.
John for sure.
John, Sir John, is there a certain magical device I can hold as a focus for my casting, so I can produce something a little more?
Are you of divinity? Or arcana?
He's a wizard.
Okay.
I have a low understanding of divinity and a slightly stronger understanding of.
I cannot help you. I am a divine caster. However, I could find a stick.
No. Sorry.
Yeah, and he grabs his shoulder mantles, which are now way too big for him. And he holds it up, and you see there is an actual faint emanation of glowing energy. He says, I didn't think this would work.
It's just as simple. You could use the rag. A bit of fabric.
Yes, it is strong symbol for. Your rag is a half symbol. I don't think it would work. And you see him.
You just don't believe it enough.
He's holding what is like the point of this shoulder mantle, like towards the head of these creatures, of the centaur. This magic. This energy is from. I've never seen anything like this.
I could have seen that. Wow.
This magic has been cultivated by reversing itself.
You're saying it's connected to the void, not the negative.
It has somehow pulled negative energy into positive energy to make the
Well, I just
floating
cast it backwards.
Right.
That's
So
all
you're
right.
saying that whoever has caused this has learned how to polarize
Someone is cultivating magic that is not.
the schools of magic.
Isn't that what you did?
You notice how we're using the word cultivator?
Yeah, but that's more of reversing.
Still cultivating. If they're trying to get strong about using this reversal magic, cultivate it.
Yeah, but it's not necromancy.
It was necromancy. It has become necromancy.
That's not necromancy.
It's quite literally classified as necromancy.
Well, all these conjectures are fun, but we should keep going down the tunnel now. Mr. Montrose, you're welcome to join us.
I will.
Let's one more helpless
Do you know
person.
your way to the exit from here? If not, we're finding it.
Slightly more.
The Minotaur we have behind us will tell.
I mean,
Ignore the undead.
this is an exit. This was not the exit we. I am a little lost.
How do you know it's an exit?
That's what I was about to ask.
Because it was boarded.
Okay. That could just mean it's an entrance to even deeper tunnels.
Well, let's
Yes, but
go to the animatronics.
I guess I could show you when you get there, but it is plastered layered brick,
Okay.
covering an exit into a cabinet. So like humans have walled off.
Again, I think we're getting confused. Is it an exit or is it an entrance?
Probably an entrance.
Okay, so we don't want to go there.
Well, no, but the Minotaur said it was an exit.
Did you make sure that you said the surface?
Yes. And if it is brick, it is probably the sewer system. Or the city.
Oh, in that case, let's break it
They
down.
make sewers out of brick.
They don't.
What do you make sewers out of?
That's like a different cereal. Yeah.
Okay, but how do you put it in to the wall? Do you make it into bricks?
It comes in a sludge and it hardens.
Oh, well,
That's not slave.
Made this rap.
Look, I've been in many sewers and they're not brick.
Why do
you spend so much time in sewers?
yes.
Because I was exploring the tunnel.
And as far as Oscar's aware, if you're as deep as you were before and just in a horizontal path, there shouldn't be sewers down this thing.
Should I?
Should not.
What do you know about King's
What
Bay?
he said.
That literally counteracts what the fuck you just said.
No, but he doesn't know that.
It's too deep.
Shouldn't be serious here.
Deep.
So deep. Alright. Let's keep going that way.
Right.
Oh wait, no. Oscar
Oh, wait, no,
Minotaur.
don't.
Oscar Minotaur, if that's the exit, I point at the crack in the wall.
Is that where the surface is? The path.
When it tilts its head, it seems to like tilt. It's still looking forward, but it tilts its head away from the hole that you saw, the small crack in the wall. In the way that its head kind of normally rocks back and forth, as it's kind of stayed in the spot you wanted it to, pointed either right or left. It waned away from the right side, that hole in the wall. That's the most expression you get from it.
Not that way.
Good
I
shot.
think we should investigate the structure.
Sure.
Okay.
Clerics first.
That would be you.
I'll go first.
I'll go first.
Automated machine, so clink,
I take this.
clink, clink.
Automaton.
I'm gonna hold my hand up to Ray as they begin to approach.
And as you begin to approach, this is where you with the you're noticing that
Is he putting up
the boards are clearly more barred from the inside, but you're seeing
Oh, no,
small
he's
amounts of
retarded.
light at the far end of this room. So here, small bits of light escape through barred wooden slats. Through those light cracks, you're not seeing through, but you see from the illumination of the
I
light
should try and ambush it.
two metal machines that are standing stock still, right next to the hole,
Can you?
and then
I
that
don't
sound.
think it has
So
a
this is
oil.
that this guy was not aware of.
I think
And you're
this
hearing
is
him doing
the big
patrol very
automated
close to that doorway still.
Okay.
So basically, you're hearing this guy like move across like this,
It's pretty fun. Okay.
and then come back.
We can move up a bit.
Do they last forever, or do they eventually power down?
What the wizard said before, he said that they're basically eternal creations.
Let's,
How did King's Bay create these things?
with magic. Let's give him.
I feel like you gloss over a lot of simplistic things. Magic isn't the answer for everything.
Everyone trying to keep
It absolutely is. It can do anything.
a virulent minotaur alive.
Okay, so you guys have two paths.
I'm gonna go this way.
Oscar,
Like a rock on the floor.
you notice that on the far side here, there's a fair amount of like black mold sludge on the wall, but it doesn't smell like the methane smell that you got from the cut. So, you throw a look.
Yeah, Oscar. I'm gonna try to get it to go over there.
Do you want me to try and run past it?
No. Hopefully it'll come over. Fuck Emma.
You're right here.
Yeah,
in
I'm
this area.
throwing it towards where you describe the mold is. Yeah. I'm just trying to hit a wall or the floor hard enough to make a noise.
So I'm gonna say it's just for sound base. Oscar, that throw hit here.
Right. I'm going to get up to this little output. Yeah, and I'm going to hide behind it.
You hear cling, clinks. It's where you see cling, cling. It leaves your periphery, but cling, 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 cling. So you're only hearing the clinging, and you're not seeing it return to its regular path. Cling, cling.
Oh. Can I move?
Make a stuff check.
I can't see.
So I'm going to use the same one I was using before.
What was that?
29.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll try to move forward a little bit.
Roll perception. Quickly.
Probably 20 feet or so. Is
Yeah.
it pitch black in here?
I'll roll another on that. Because I guess I'm doing more of an active hide. 28.
Sweet.
I'm going to...
You hear as its long blade arm just grinds across the ground. You, Jonathan, from that side, see like iron sparks fly across the room. So it obviously dashes down towards that sound. But
Does it look like a
I'm
little
pulling my
alcove
crossbow.
yeah,
here? Okay, I'm going to...
it's like a citadel alcove.
Oh, yeah, cool. What? Don't, baby. Oh.
Okay. What's the movement speed?
Do my boss movement when we're stealthing?
Yeah, you're stealth, so just half speed.
Then it's.
Like, I wouldn't know that.
At this point, you're hearing the machine returning.
I'm like, why the fuck didn't he ambush it? What an idiot.
What? Why would I?
I thought that was what you wanted to do. Now you're surrounded by 3 instead of surrounding 1.
I'm stealthy.
Yeah, you tell me where you want to go. So you're just going to scoot the cave where it left its mark. Cool. So you see the robot move very close towards more fungus and then shift its body, go sideways.
I don't actually have my cloak at the moment.
Is bumped away.
No. It's folded neatly at the top of the precipice where we jumped into the water.
That's so far
Never
away.
recovered ever.
You're literally never getting that
it's
back.
Okay. It's not magical.
Oh, the deep sentimental
It's
value.
just a
It could have been washed. It was a benefit taking
My
it.
sister knitted it for me,
free
and when
wash.
she inevitably dies, it'll be all I have left of her, but it's gone now. So, yeah, because I'm going to slit her throat.
Also, you see from the side of its helm, you see a red glow start to emerge, so like some dim luminescent light kind of emerge from the front of its helm.
As it's walking up, can I reach for a ball bearing and throw it?
Yeah. You see as you throw that, the head of that automaton turns, the glow of that kind of like weird X color on the front of its face shifts and kind of illuminates the back corner of the cave, very close to where Cicero is. Cicero leans against the wall.
It has like spotlight eyes.
Well, not really. It has like
Okay,
a
Iron
weird
Giant.
kind of X shape over its face, which there's a kind of a dull, luminescent glow, which
Okay.
seemed to only activate at
With
that
that,
point where
could I see the 2 that are standing there?
Mhm.
Okay, good.
No, yeah. You could see them the entire time. That's why I described it
It's
to you
pitch
originally.
black. I can't see in pitch black.
The reason I described it to you originally was because through these wooden bars, there's a light on the other side of that. So it's not that you can see through the bars, but there's enough illumination to give a sheen color to the metal ornament.
Yes, if there's any light, I can see fine. But
Yeah, it's like a very, very spotty.
It's
Like, you can
time
see
to
this
start
10 foot
hacking.
of light
Yes.
comes to about here.
Guys, I don't think I probably should have said this earlier. My character's about to fight.
do I hear the ball bearing land 50? Okay, I'm going to move backwards because I expected the fight to have already
It's
started.
here and it drops back here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you move 15 feet back. Do you want to go this corner or this corner?
I'm going to go back to where the whole group is. So just slowly make our way.
So you hear this very dully through. I would say Ray might just hear it just because of how perceptive you are. Oscar, there is a blade arm that in the span of a second, even though its head was turned towards the ball bearing you threw, the blade arm is an inch away from your head.
Okay.
And it just stops there.
Facing the other way.
You're facing it. His head is facing the other way.
I was born in the dark.
You do not belong in these tunnels. You are created inside Oscar Olasora. Now, Oscar, funny thing, people don't know. Especially random automatons do not know that you are. Your name or your title.
That's big because I figured it out the day after we met.
Now, that's because he was talking to Heron. You're side by side. They're both Asura boys.
I'll just turn around and stand up and face it.
Did he talking or is he specific words?
Just that.
Okay.
Which is pretty muffled because it's coming rattling through this metal frame.
Who's your maker?
Okay, guys, he's distracting it.
Oh, okay.
I am the observer from the Council of Coin.
He has money.
Give me your paws.
Money, money, money.
We recognize you.
And that makes sense. Where are we? Sorry, we were teleported into these tunnels.
Next to the vault
A
of the
place
bank
you are
of
not
Kings Bay.
supposed to know.
Yeah, we're robbing it.
Do you by chance know the
No.
exit to a place I'm supposed
That's
to know?
illegal.
We're borrowing. Wink.
Like a lie.
Exit
Very
granted.
true. They just don't know it yet.
Calicang's wrath not permitted.
Okay, you guys go.
Lucky me.
I'll flank this way. It's better when you
Could you lead me to the exit?
I can't do that.
Or just point me in the way?
Yes. I
Please.
tried to tell you to stop doing dumb
Oh.
things all the time.
The head does shift. There's like red glowing eyes. That kind of dull line on the wall, it shifts towards the entry opening here. But it's
Right.
not an opening, it's boarded.
Do I recognize the name Kella Gath, whatever it was?
Oh, yeah, this is Hunger Lovers. Make a religion check for it.
Yeah, that.
Nice roll.
Nice roll.
That was crap.
Wouldn't that be like a
50.
level?
Nah, it's religion.
The reason we have religion for this
All of
is
his checks are religion.
Pretty much.
because
It's the only reason we're here.
Calicang is a name that you have not heard since I saw him. Side, these were impenetrable defenders. Legends hold that an untold number of eons ago, one of the 1,000 deities failed at a task, and the first of these creatures was born from the severing of a god's finger.
Wow.
So a divine slave for humanity.
Divine rebel.
A divine rebel.
Slave.
Wait, what? Are you one of the Guardians? Are you from Isora as well?
Yes,
Are they speaking in Isora or common?
they're speaking in Isora.
Good to know. I know their language.
What do I say?
They sing Isora.
That does make sense. So I take it you stumbled across this vault, or you were stationed here?
This was a station to prevent further invasion.
God, they talk like the insect people. Coincidence? I don't think so. And you're here, Queen.
The sound that they have this whole time, it's kind of because it rattles around through there.
I'm accompanied by a party as well. I'm sure you can hear them. Please forgive their arrogance. They don't quite understand your strength. There's a chance they try and attack you.
Captain Firefist is also permitted.
Stupid.
Cicero, hold your fire.
I wasn't aiming.
Well, you're holding a bow, I assume.
It's a crossbow. I wasn't aiming it. Yeah, we're good. What's happening there?
This is an ancient protector.
You see,
I got that. Are we good to go? What's happening?
You two are not. Oh, well, you 7, Aaron and I are good to go.
I'm gonna stay in Isora. Alright. The automaton guys are just trying to get through to the surface. Can you let us through? That'd be great. That's right, I should speak in an American accent. I'm not going to, but I should. All Isorans sound like Americans.
the Elven Isorans also have that American twang.
Yeah.
Wait, so
What do you mean,
does
we
this
don't?
robot come from that pit of insanity that you keep saying?
Raised like 40 feet away.
Apparently. I don't know, I told them to go there like 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, you told me to
I
like
told them to
come
go
towards
through and go around that way.
the whole.
No, I told them to go around where the way the Yasko went.
So are these
Just
robots
step up
are they sane or are they insane like him?
I don't know.
Right here.
So they're from Isora, so they're probably crazy, but
Oh, okay.
apparently those two are allowed in, but we're not.
Is it because they're Isuran or because they're from the city? Please stop getting closer to me. I'll move backwards.
I believe it's because these are divine machines.
Can you ask if he's about to attack him?
And we have a level of influence or recognition.
Ray, a blade emerges from the side of the cabin, which you're not able to see the creature, but you just see the massive long-armed weapon just reach. And is
wait!
4 inches from Cicero's
Okay,
head.
move backwards.
Fucking what's his name has eternal flame, so we have perfect vision in here.
I mean,
Yeah,
you guys do in the main group, yeah.
Cicero has had a burning dagger.
Well, yeah, but
Alright,
also
turn that off to stealth.
But also, what's his name?
Oh, Herons.
Herons. He has a eternal flame.
That's why he's been set back, so
Yeah.
the light doesn't...
So we can see.
I'm gonna move it out of his range.
Yeah, no. So you were just out of its range regardless,
Yeah.
but the weapon that was lowered towards you did not seem like a swing.
I
In a
got
way that
that.
it did seem like a very sharp, jagged edge. Yeah.
Yes, you are threatening me. Could you not?
With what language?
Isuran.
Check something. Let me double check.
Okay, what's the go here, Oscar? Use your influence to allow us through the hole.
Unfortunately, these laws don't exactly work like that. They're pre-programmed.
Alright, Ray, how's that flank going?
I would not attack them either. They were created from a god's finger. Well, one of them
What
was.
does it mean?
They're incredibly powerful as well.
And you've never heard of any
Sure.
of them having... You remember, or at least in the lore of them, they're actually being kind of fleshy. This is definitely a new...
Yeah.
Did you respond?
If they are.
We can't see each other, just letting you know.
No, we can see each other.
You're around there, I assume.
Oh, if
But
I
you
see-
stop in this hole.
Yeah, so this is bullshit. It's lying to me.
Where are you?
I'm down here.
Maybe I
I told you guys to go up around that way.
Maybe I know
But you
nothing.
can ignore me.
A liar. Hey, there is a chance that they were just made by one of the big guys.
So there's 3 of them?
True.
2 of them?
I mean, look,
Some
2 or 3 of
heretical
them.
fucking
what if
mechanical
Heron and I can go forward and you lot can duel it out here?
Duel it out here.
Cicero, as that weapon was lowered towards you and you had pushed yourself back, that kind of ember glow emerged from its face and it says, Emi so grantuoso requests elven presence.
Ernst?
You are permitted.
Thanks.
Great. So that's those 3 of us.
Okay, we're gonna bring everybody through one at a time, and you can make your inquiry.
So should I show myself
Yeah,
there?
Ray, come on.
Do I recognize
Okay.
that name? I feel like I do. Grand Caesar. I definitely feel like I've heard it.
There's no me.
Just not sure if that was a Cornell hearing it or a Oscar hearing it.
Do.
Very good memory.
Oscars.
Hello?
And actually tacit both weapons.
Actually, that's way too close.
What was the name you just said to me?
Doesn't really matter. No, you have.
Brilliant.
Mesa Blanco.
That's
The 2 of us begin
It's an
to
Oriental name, probably, right?
move towards you and Brett.
Oscar, is this an issue?
Oh, probably.
Apparently they're really strong.
Start to hear their weapons, like,
Okay, this is not.
which you didn't hear when they were approaching you.
I'm.
Okay, Oscar, I'm gonna need you to help us if they attack us here.
He starts running away.
I think that.
I want to know how fast I am. What's their stat?
bylaws.
Oh, you want them
Yeah.
to take chase?
Well, no, I just want to know what their movement speed is. Tell me the stat.
Oh, we need to know it. Is this?
I need to know the stat.
You know, if I get the tree for them.
They're definitely walking at a regular pace, so probably 30.
I can tell what their stat is.
Okay.
Okay, 30.
He has a bullshit.
Okay, cool.
But I also want to say that maybe a good
I can run around the thing.
maybe a good reason why you were retreating was because there was a interesting when that vibration sound started to happen, where all of the weapons on your side of your body started to shift towards them.
Oh shit!
Are you able to send a message to your creator and ask if we are allowed travel through?
Would you like creator or benefactor?
Benefactor's a bit closer.
Let's go Benefactor.
Contacting me, so Brantozo.
Seems like a big name.
I feel like I should know that name.
You see very quickly that red glow, that X glow that's kind of hovering over Oscar and over the rest of the party. The color changes to from a deep red to a kind of dull green.
Okay,
Just on the one that was here on the side.
I'm gonna try to move behind Fire Fist.
Okay, so we're all the way around here. Or do you want to cut?
I'll go forward, and if they look like they're gonna attack me, I'll...
They look like the vibration energy started to kind of retained, but they begin to walk past you.
Oh shit.
They're okay with you, because you're not.
No.
How fast are they moving up to me? Okay.
Yeah, that does stop moving, even though it was doing its
We're waiting for the scout call.
Guys.
3 of us can go through.
And now we need the other ones.
Alright,
Yeah.
What are you going to do? He is a chosen, important warrior from a very powerful culture. He definitely deserves to come through as well.
Well, we should wait until the Benefactor answers the call.
Am I permitted to go?
These individuals do not actually have any will of their own.
You attempt to contact this thing, and you hear what Oscar's saying, and you see its eyes are just kind of, its head is facing a direction that isn't targeting any of you specifically. And, well, even though Jonathan tries to make conversation, you're realizing that you're walking around as these guys are making the other side of the cabin.
Sure, they don't like undead.
You know, they're good flavor, but
Maybe they can't pick me up.
I doubt they'll want to
I think I'm invisible.
let the
Oh,
Minotaur
shit.
through. Which
I didn't realize this was a dead end.
not a dead end, not specifically, and only probably for Ray. Like, this is the gap in a wall that you can jump through, right? So that's the dead end.
Wait, Ray.
It still has maybe 4 inches, or
Actually,
4 feet of space.
Jonathan, bring the Minotaur in to deal with this. They start attacking the Minotaur, they'll not.
We're gonna bring some of the lesser undead through first.
So, and as Ray goes around,
Just bring one of the zombies in.
you get occupied by horrifying small British. Starts to try and fight.
Please chop it in half.
Starts to literally
The most literally scream possible from where Ray is. I hate rats. I can chop anything in half, but not rats.
This is a dog-sized cockroach. So
No, it's not even a rat.
It's a rat roach.
Gross.
no, it's a roach.
I must take the Minotaur to a
It's a red roach.
Okay, so
87 to hit.
it's like that. Just from the heart attack of seeing the road. So these creatures actually begin to move up, and as Ray has moved all the way around, they just kind of do a full patrol. I'm going to move Sophia out of the way. So if she was there, not good.
Death.
I'm going to put her back to...
Instant death.
Right.
Hey guys.
Do you
Actually, she'll go this way.
Oh god,
So
she's
she'll
dead.
be... She has a greater inflict wound, so she's like... casts an insane amount of magic into
Can
that
she- can
roach
she-
and deny.
Can she climb over this dead end?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you could fit through it, but it's more like a squeeze for you while she kind of just climbs through it.
It's such an
Did
interesting...
you figure out what was behind that the brick wall?
Now that you guys are closer and Five is light is there, you guys can all make me perception checks to see through the... actually, sorry, don't rank.
No.
Oh, well, I guess you could. Like, in these guys do the patrol, they come around and then can help.
Did they just ignore Jonathan?
As Jonathan is there and is close by,
Jonathan walked up and tried to talk to that one.
Yeah.
It ignored him.
You actually get that close. You stay
No, not that close. He just goes
behind
into
or in
the
front of
light.
Cicero.
He's next to Cicero.
Okay.
The same distance.
Cool. So 2 guards begin to emerge from behind you, and then you
They
feel
kill you.
2 sharp weapons jammed right at the corners of your neck. You are forcibly pinned to the corner of the wall where you are.
Good.
There's no, like, you turn around and then you feel like the small weapons that you've got on you start to kind of like drift in a direction. You get, and then you feel a long pole arm just hit your chest, push you to the back wall, and then another pole arm like nail your neck. Not too hard, but certainly firm and uncomfortable on your skin.
This reminds me of the time I was trapped at a murder cult. Lovely.
What do you guys get for perceptions?
13.
13?
18.
18.
24.
I rolled real bad.
I also rolled really bad.
So Ray notices it first.
Where?
It's like purple flesh
Oh.
on the other side of this wall.
I hate it.
Yummers.
And then what Cicero notices is that there's like brass or bronze legs. You see like 4 foot tall leg boots or leg braces. Boots in total, boots and like up to the top of it.
Boots
might be a
and
kneecap.
cats?
It's probably
Tall boy.
4 foot tall bronze leggings.
Some big boots.
Boots and knees.
And there's a little bit of like, there's some sort of like red cloth or something you're seeing, but yeah, there's a lot of bronze on that side. And in that moment you start to see this like bright,
Well, we did go into the 12-hour ruins. Oh, the way.
bright pulsing glow of blue light, and you start to see after you look through, gaze at this lower half, blue light starts to kind of like shine through in small rays that it can fit through the cracks.
Rays. Oh,
This is
one
not
of them.
a
No.
Twice now.
I keep saying every time it says rays.
And you hear, well, first of all, you feel like a force.
Yes, your weapon.
Oscar, you're off the side, so you don't feel the actual force.
Oh, great.
There is a smell of ozone.
That's the nice force I know.
My nipple.
Smell of ozone, and then the sound of. I need everyone here but Oscar, Cicero, Aaron, even Ray. Make reflex saves.
Oh, I thought you said butt.
No, including Ray.
Oh, fuck.
This is a 400-foot range.
We're allowed.
This is chain lightning.
Do I? Oh.
I don't.
Oh.
See ya.
I can shoot up to 12 creatures, and you're not getting picked.
Oh, thank you.
See you guys.
DC 19.
You're so nice to me, David.
Wait, DC 19? Oh,
DC
I
19.
succeeded. I rolled that 19. Whoa.
Nice.
Yes.
You take out
Let's
go.
45 damage.
Instead of 7.
So, wait, did you say reflex?
Reflex, baby.
I have to roll an 18.
Let's go, Ray. Let's go, Ray.
Come on,
Sophia,
Ray.
why not?
Let's go.
Natural 20 for Sophia.
Nice. She's not gonna die.
Monsters? Gone. Is this electric damage?
Nope.
It is lightning damage.
Oh, cool. I'm resistant to that.
Go 5.
To succeed and you're resistant. But
Well,
check.
Actually, David,
Oh, possible.
it is considered electric damage. Lightning's not
Who's
a
it? You
type
have
in this
to,
game.
yeah, it's electric. You have to distinguish between primary and the secondary targets.
Ah!
Oh yeah, because it hits one person when it bounces, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but the secondary bolts do half damage. So.
Ah!
Oh.
Yep.
Wait,
Sorry, who's the
like
first
half,
target?
Oh, the first one
or just
is,
like one half?
Just one half.
It's Jonathan.
Jonathan? Alright.
Ah! Looks like you said
Can it
you're
bounce
resistant.
to...
And then it bounces just back.
Okay. Hey guys, it's only 12d6 damage, you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nice. It's only 66 damage.
Do you need some d6 abilities?
Yeah. I will get all of you to gather the hordes of die. I have 2.
Where's Caden's dice when you need them?
I have 2.
That's only like 72
That's
damage.
4.
That's not that
I
bad.
could double this, and that's enough, but
I've got 5 here.
How many more do you
I
need?
need 1.
You'll get
I don't know.
one more.
For whatever reason, it's not here.
Okay.
It's just 72 damage. Okay, the DC of the secondary bolts is also too low.
2 degrees, so 17 DC from.
Just, no, I rolled a 5.
Still possible. Thank you, Ada. That's a 6 on the die.
Oh, fuck.
Nice.
These are yours.
Would I have succeeded? No. Actually, yes, I would have.
6, 10, and then that's 10. So that's 20. 22.
No, it's a 1.
So 37 is a half?
37, you can half.
Damn, you're lucky.
through, and I think you said it was half damage already for the secondary, so you take half 37, half again.
No.
So
I failed.
Yeah.
18. You take 18.
18. Oh, I guess it's fine.
Lightning.
Like this.
Oscar
I say it exactly.
realizes that your understanding of what they were claiming to control is not it. And then you see 6 purple arms, massive, bulky, half-giant arms,
What the
move
fuck?
forward as a
No. I thought that was
semi-guard, it's 14 feet tall, no visible eye sockets, but a mask that kind of reveals where the eyes would be.
Why is it so colorful?
I thought those arms were breasts. Nothing.
Cool.
Surprising.
And it's 2 hands together still, like it's 2 central hands smoking, where you can definitely tell that predominant amount of energy had come from. And then you start to see from underneath its mask, where its bronze helm is, more lightning.
That's the division thing.
Retreat!
There is an absurd amount of damage.
Where, soldier?
Oh my god, we found him. The legendary vehicle.
I actually think maybe this is the one that I was thinking of. And these guys are just the underlings.
Cicero, do you two start the initiative or what?
Whoa!
With a lighting bolt
Not
and a flash of
required.
white light, blue light, burning ozone.
They're not threats. Just wait a second. Total defense.
Just like that strong sound echoing through your brain. You do a defense action. And now it is the big boy's turn. Come on.
Damn, I really missed out on my ability to. I could have double attacked that guy for sneak attacks. I was wasted.
And it will do a lightning breath on everyone in front of it.
Sick.
So I think it's just reflex.
Question.
We'll do a reflex save for you guys. DC 22.
Would he try to hit this guy though?
He's not actively trying to hit it, no, but it doesn't affect.
So would he not move forward to try and hit these guys?
Well, no, they're unaffected by lightning.
Okay.
So, but I gotta make sure that it's right.
12.
I feel like I'm out of that.
Sorry, immune to electricity.
I feel like
Oh, yeah, that's all I'm gonna 60-foot line.
Oh, line. Never mind. We can
Wait,
get Jonathan and
60
Cicero at
line.
the same time. Lovely.
Where's my thing?
I definitely can hit you, sir.
You can burn
He's trying to go for Jonathan, but it's Cicero.
So that's hitting Jonathan.
But it'll also hit Harry.
Cicero. Jonathan's using Cicero as a shield.
Very good. I'm glad you did.
Okay, you got
So,
plus
DC
4.
22 reflex saves?
Yeah, I got a 23.
Yeah, I failed.
Perfect. Okay. I'm not going to ask you guys to hammer all of your dice, because this is just ridiculous.
Yeah, just roll on mine.
Just roll. I know we played out rolling that much before,
How
but
many dice is it?
14
14 d6?
Yeah.
So that's like max damage.
plus
90.
14.
I don't believe that.
That's
Metagaming.
57 points of lightning damage.
That's cool. I take 0 because I just
Because he's a rogue.
Oh my
went
god!
over it. Lands.
Finally!
I'm gonna look up and say, all right. I guess diplomacy's out of the fucking picture then.
57?
57.
I got that up with okie dokie.
You see, as you flipped out of the way, behind you, you hear.
Yeah.
But it's not the metal sound, so you're and then you look beside you, and then those metal creatures, their bodies are steaming and sizzling with that close proximity. But you see, there's no resistance in their motion as they raise their weapons.
52.
Yeah, 57.
That would have insta-killed me, yes.
52 plus 13.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm just insta kill. Okay, he's dead.
Oh god.
You?
Oh god,
Yeah,
the children are dead. Oh no. Oh no. Oh well.
What happened to
Jonathan,
keeping
make
the
a
thing
will
alive?
save.
Oh, we'll save for what?
Just stay alive. Oh,
Oh, 5.
Yikers.
Plus 2. Plus 4, so 9.
that's better.
It's still not great.
A part of me feels like this is because you have a greater evil in you.
Oh.
You're right.
No. There's a great evil inside the dude inside.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Inside the
right,
dude,
that's
inside the dude, inside the dude.
you end up taking that crown off of the Minotaur?
No.
Why?
I don't know why you gave it to the Minotaur.
It's a good crown.
I thought you were
No, we
holding
did take it off.
Yeah, I thought you were
I was
holding
holding
it
it
at some point.
Yeah, because we had that whole discussion
Yeah.
about not giving the fucking curse thing to the thing.
But it's sort of easier to put on a Minotaur.
No, we definitely didn't give it to the Minotaur because that was out of the
holding
No,
question.
I think it's just on him.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I think it's on him.
So your top half is gone, right?
Yeah, your top half is gone. It's just it scattered his cloth and his
Thanks
weapons.
to this black mist.
He got Kamehameha.
Yes.
This back wall here, there is a shadow of Jonathan.
It's just his ash.
Yeah, guys, I've got stabilized.
I can stabilize.
The wizard being like, I'm not stabilized too well. No, it's not. He's out. And then you hear from down the corridor. And then just this like super loud, repressed sounding aggressive gun. It's just this
Actually-
echoing pump.
Technically, it's still under my command because it needs to wait for the 2 weeks, but we can deal with this.
Well, it's not because you died.
Yeah, but spells don't lose effect when you die. That's not
Yeah, but it doesn't have any commands.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, so it should sit there and do nothing.
yeah, it should just do
Yeah, but
nothing.
it's a charm, so it can just do what it wants.
It's not a charm.
It's not a charm.
It is.
Control undead is
Control.
command undead is a charm.
Command is a
It is a charm.
like a charm.
It doesn't say that anywhere.
It's effectively a charm. That's a plus one.
Yes,
This doesn't work on
for
that.
the charm condition, so no.
Sure, but it's no longer taking orders, remember.
Yes.
So I can do it.
Well, hang on.
Yeah.
I think you can't do it at once, yes.
Because if it doesn't take more orders, but it's still up, that means it works on its last orders. One of the last orders was don't harm these people.
No, it's just a...
Well, it still does like its last thing it was told.
30 feet.
Or suggested to do.
Its last suggestion has no impact on the current situation.
Basically, it doesn't change.
That's a 50-50 on your range. Because you could assume, yeah, it wouldn't. But then if it was given no command at all about the situation, what does that mean?
Yeah, it does nothing.
That's not a command. It didn't command it to do nothing. That's
I mean, to be fair, if it's a chaotic evil creature that wants to kill everything, you would have had to, every time you told it to do something, you'd have to make a charisma.
Yeah.
I would have to
Contest
say
with
that
it.
your command was stay back because you didn't want it meeting you in the front
Yeah, it
lines.
was just stay here.
So yeah, it is. It's
But yeah, but
that's
either way, regardless, his death doesn't like change it. Whatever it
Change
was
it,
going
yeah.
to do, it would
It's
still do.
technically still hit.
Well, I mean, it's just more likely to not be under command if it tries to do something. You don't have the chance to do any sort of opposed check now.
Yeah,
This
second half,
is
yeah.
the Unrisen's turn.
Yeah, I'm risen stand there because it had no orders.
They're not gonna.
I can't commit it.
I mean, I was gonna say I'm not gonna protect you, but no.
Yep.
I probably wouldn't avenge you either.
That would be then Joel's turn, and now it is Heron's turn.
Well,
His body is covered in smoke. His flesh. That's 11.
And that's it.
Guys, I didn't do anything. That's it.
No,
Oscar.
feet running hard.
Oscar got an 8.
I got 9.
yeah.
No, we're down 7 for you. My bad.
Yeah, 7 plus 2, 9.
You confused him by saying too many numbers.
I said 7, 7, 7.
Yeah, you did. That's
That's why he confused.
How dare you? Okay. 9, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. In there. Yeah, I'll take the defense action. I'm safe.
yeah, Sophia is very clearly like just a bit out in the open. Luckily, isn't it? Oscar, followed by the Minotaur.
Cicero,
Doesn't-
grab the crown. Heron, come with me.
You really fucked off.
Is that my issue?
Yeah, it is.
That's Oscar's turn, followed by Cicero.
Really, the big guy's coming around. I'm gonna look next to me, the Heron, and say, You can leave if you want. And I will attempt to feint against this guy.
Okay. Because those guys have been holding their turns just to attack you if you let them in. How much you want?
Non-humanoid, I assume?
Humanoid construct. No, it doesn't say that. It just says construct.
Okay. Do I have an intelligence lower than 2?
No, there's no, it's a dash aside, so yeah, love it.
I can't feint against him, never mind. Lovely.
Still wait for you.
So that's my move action. So I will attempt to like feint, sidestep out of the way as I'm moving it closer to it, and it doesn't
The weapon just
shift out of the way. And I will realize that this is a fucking robot.
You got this. I'm cheering you on. Come on in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really hard. It's the worst enemy ever.
And you feel there's a strong magnetic pull, thinking that if you land an attack on one of these, you could just lose your weapon from how strong the magnet is.
What a minor inconvenience.
It's how did they work?
I think that's a big inconvenience.
For you.
No, actually, more for you than me. I don't use like a.
Wait, if you heat him up, then the magnet will stop working.
I can't do that.
But if you cool them down, what more?
Yeah, well, no one here fucking cools them down.
What if I do?
I will do.
Do it.
What?
I will do total defense.
Good. Alright. The boss goes.
Yay!
Oh, it's so far away.
Oh.
Just ignoring them.
I couldn't get to that way. It's too far away.
You did have to use it after.
He still has like another 50 feet to get to the people down there. Yeah.
But isn't line of sight to use a lightning bolt.
But he's twisty and turning.
He is not that just a turn.
It's gotta be closer for your cause magic at it. And clearly closer.
She's evil.
Yeah,
so he's like,
here did
go
not
for
there and stood there.
Yeah, but you were too close to the entrance and you weren't considered. Like, you weren't allowed
I was
to go
detained
through.
back then.
Oh, sure you
That's
I
why
was
I
pinned
killed.
to the wall.
Fair. You're an easy kill.
Jonathan does nothing. And Heron says, "Where'd it go? Out we go. 50, 55, 60. I love that guy.
He's a smart fella.
I don't have my chest plate.
Or is he a fox smell?
Right without.
But
Followed by Sophia, who says, I got one more chance and it's within touching range. Cicero, should I do something? Okay. I'm hearing you.
you should run down the way we came.
Oh, that's not what I thought you were gonna. Okay.
No.
Okay. I'll run.
Or support Ray.
No, I feel like running.
Alright.
The thing's there.
It's in front of me, but it's not facing me. I think it's gone for something else.
That's an opportunity attack if she runs past.
Mm.
Because that's in the attack range.
If he decides to take it.
What's in it? It's attack range?
He's saying if she runs through him,
That's attack opportunity.
which I don't think she's going to do.
Yeah, she should run backwards and jump. Take a jump.
I mean, you're gonna talk now.
Cicero can try and make it really dumb for a second. Cicero! Cicero!
Sure, go the way. Oh, nice.
Okay, DC 20. Just gonna make through the spell save DC, which she did last time. She fails immediately. Just equals.
I get desperate, I get haste, I act with my initiative bonus, I activate my spiritual weapon
He's
sprite.
desperate within 30 feet.
No, it's 10 foot.
Jump.
Yeah. Boop. So that's fine, that's plus 19.
That might not hit. That might not hit. 25.
Yeah, 25.
Misses.
Close enough.
Okay, I'm going to have advantage.
Do you get to reroll? Do you reroll before or after this?
I think I am allowed to choose before or after. Yeah, that's why this doesn't matter.
You should actually roll your dice instead.
He did, but that's how Aiden rolls. You watch as two long swords, with two separate hands that weren't the hands you were expecting to deflect, parry the blade side on, so your blade hits side. Two of them have to block on the front arm. You see its body is kind of unnaturally able to swivel its hands to face an adjacent angle to it. This thing, it looks like flesh, so potentially more pliable than even the undead skeletons. With that being said, this thing's many arms is a problem too. That's your one attack, and I believe because you have the haste, you can't do it because you didn't
either way, it's a full attack action. I have multi-attack in normally anyway.
Okay, so that's it.
That's me, I'm not.
That's your turn.
That's the end of my turn. You just sit there and think for a second.
Sure.
I'm just staring at this thing in front of me. Is it stock still?
Yeah, stock still. It's waiting for you to do it.
Say in Icerin. Very well. If Mesa Grand Rosso wishes to see me, I guess I have no choice. I will turn around, take the dodge action, and I will move. Just walking.
Is it dodge or is it
engage?
with
No, I'm just dodging.
Okay.
6. 6, there we go. I'm lying, by the way. I'm not actually going to the door, but I'm pretending I'm going to the door.
You feel the vibration grow and grow louder, and the weapon at your side starts to tug harder. Then you notice that as you're beginning to move forward, the robot that Oscar was talking to before, with a green glow in its face, is holding up its blade directly facing the one that was guarding your shoulder. And you look at that weird, you don't know if that's an interaction or question, man. You move away from it, it does not make the rest of the attack.
Sick.
It's my turn.
You could move to in a better flying position for me, that'd be great.
Ray, I'm pretty sure you get the type of opportunity if this thing's casting a spell.
Yes,
Let's
unless he
go.
does a defensive plane. Which is not
Let's go!
weird.
Never.
Your advantage doesn't work on reactions, does it?
Well, I don't have any more to spend on it.
Right.
Well, technically I do, but I don't want to.
This is a 27 AC.
I can do it.
Okay. So, a beam of white hot energy.
Continue.
No, you gotta say it.
Oh, okay.
One away, oh no. That's that.
You hear from the Minotaur as a bright burst of light is shot down the tunnel in its direction. You hear distant. This probably stone has been ruptured.
They're dead.
You don't hear a sound or squeak from the fawn, from the centaur. You don't hear the cry
Disintegration.
of a first grade mage, primary mage. That is Unrisen's John's Heron. Heron is just with Oscar. This is a remarkably similar place. We've done test fighting matches in a stadium just like this. Underground.
Yes, but the location doesn't fit.
No, it does not. Even the stonework is similar, but there's differences. It looks like this whole room has been... Oh, it's so dusty. And you're getting the idea, even from what he's saying, there is a kind of central corridor which is 40 feet wide ahead of you. There is no light. There are sconces on the wall where a torch could be set into, but there are no torches. It looks like a totally abandoned, long central chamber of a well-made, brick-reinforced room. And the ceiling is, 15, maybe 16 feet tall. It has to accommodate the size.
Alright, so fail one day, you'll hit an enemy.
First level spell. Yeah. Right.
AC 11.
I'm going to activate haste, and I can finally do a
15.
full action attack of 3 attacks.
Oh.
Nice.
2 plus 1 for haste. And I think haste is at my full BAB. So I'll do...
Your first 2 attacks will be.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. And I just need to scroll down. So I need to roll, what, an 8? It's 27,
8 or higher.
19 bonus.
8 or higher.
Oh, Ryan, come on, let me do something.
It went from
No, yes!
plus 16 to a 3.
Well, you have 2
More
more.
with advantage?
I can't, no spirit until I hit. So
You got one at the start of your turn.
I got 2, used 1 of my bonuses to damage and to hit, and I used 1 for the first reroll. I have 1 in my blade, but that gives me like a plus to damage and to hit, so I don't want to use it. Wait, did he hit me? Oh, he hit me, you're right, I do get a bonus. Okay.
I didn't know that, but yes. Oh yeah, no, because you take damage against spirit.
Yeah. I totally forgot about that. That's okay. I rolled for the second attack. 9 plus 19. That should hit.
Just hits.
So, let's go D8.
So I'm on the D20 this time.
D8. Yeah, it's fine.
The D8 doesn't matter.
You're right, the D8 doesn't matter. Please take 24 damage.
Okay.
And I will roll my third attack, and I'll probably use advantage on this one just because. Never mind, I don't need to use advantage.
The first strike, you see you take this creature off guard. It's like this monstrosity.
Me too, I missed.
You're right. But you take it off guard in that it still wasn't expecting you. So the second attack lands better than you hoped. Where would you like it to be placed?
It has 2 swords, 4 arms, right?
6 arms.
That's
Two swords.
everything
2
we fight
swords.
has
I'm
6
gonna hit
arms.
for a sword arm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. You get dangerously close to cutting that off with your full, I'm gonna say 2 rounds, it's like a full downward strike. You see the muscle tissue is literally like just holding the arm together. But you realize in that you would have cut it all the way through, but in your final, the moment it wasn't caught off guard, your arm was pulled back by 4 arms grabbing your arm and just ripping it backwards. You're understanding now as a kind of duelist, as a fighter who does well with one-on-ones, the more arms this guy has open, the harder it is to hit. So you're attacking one of its arms that wouldn't necessarily lower it to hit.
Fair. Also, speak of to hit, can you roll a reflex save?
Gotcha.
Armor ready?
Yeah.
Oh, bad. But plus, that's a 18. Okay, no, you actually see like where, basically where weapon rack dust marks are left, where this was clearly a corner where a lot of valuables could have been held.
I'll unsheath my sword, which is covered in white flame, and I will just like slowly walk down.
Okay. The dark,
Sorry guys, I got help. Can't help you.
dark
No doubt.
I can't hit that guy.
Yeah, fair enough.
27 minutes takes a lot.
that the walls ahead of you are lined with similar 6-armed creatures, but their complexion is grey. And
Great.
it stands against the wall with 6 of their arms holding together, one plus the weapon to a total.
Everyone is 6
And that
arms.
handle has at least a 5 foot tall, like the actual grip is about 5 feet tall, so each of their 6 arms is holding parts of
Do they look like
I can't wait for the
statues, or do
Anunnaki
they
to
look
come
like
back.
They do look
alive?
like statues.
Okay.
In fact, they have a special ability that allows them to look like statues.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I love that.
Anyway, that's Oscar's turn.
Also, I'm working on Flash Detect Evil. But,
Okay.
yeah. I do that while I'm unsheathing, by the way.
Does it specifically detect
Are they evil?
only evil?
That's okay, you work for an evil
Specifically, if
organization.
they're evil, they show up on my
You
radar.
don't naturally get the evil section.
Cool. Great. That makes me feel good.
Ray and Cicero, you are reminded of strict lessons with your masters as these hands that were defending against Ray push you and your weapon back with their 4 arms. The one arm is like hanging loosely with the weapon in its hand. the forearms go in for a series of slap attacks. You know what That's cool.
Right.
With the hand that you nearly chopped off,
They pull out that ring.
and so now it has 5 arms and it has a 28.
Oh, great.
I can hit it.
Yeah.
Okay, robots move, and then this one.
Gong, 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 gong.
But,
And we'll begin to put back some of the wooden boards.
oh, sorry.
What a dutiful little guy.
I thought it was going after me for a second. That would have been scary.
I nearly have max souls.
Maximum souls!
Spirit. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not playing bar.
You wish you were though.
Wish you
Is there a
were.
difference?
Between
Yeah,
super strong.
One is heavy magic, one is not magic.
That's very true.
That's the only difference.
Exactly the same character.
One casts spell, the other one casts sword.
But many swords,
Sword
all at once.
Sword at 9th level. Yeah.
Heron walking beside you just completely carves off the leg of one of them. And you see it's just like now standing on one leg.
Rude.
He's like, I thought that would knock that thing over.
Do you think they're alive?
If it didn't react, I doubt it.
That's what they said about slavery.
What? I'll just cut off the top of my leg to be sure. And this large stone upper half hits now, missing its legs and rolls to the side, its hands that are holding the blade kind of orientated forward. Looks pretty statue-like.
Maybe don't attack any more statues just in case.
Sophia's going against this. Well, it doesn't work. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah.
However,
So she's using
doesn't, yes, because the point is that even I had to roll a 2, and I rolled an 11. Once again, Sophia, rather useless way, followed by Oscar.
Say that again?
Sophia being rather useless, now followed by Ray and Oscar.
Oh, cool. So being within 5 feet and not moving out of 5 feet range, I'm going to shift around to make my bloody old pal happy.
You don't get flanked because he's 10 feet away.
Yeah, well, that's his problem.
Next time.
Yeah, that's his problem.
It's for me. It's not for he doesn't need it.
Yeah. In aim, I'm gonna haste again.
Nice. Good on you.
Yeah.
I've not seen that before.
Yeah, I know, right? It's new.
There's a new one.
It's new. I'm gonna roll.
Roll that 20.
I wish it was too high. That would have been a crit. Anyway,
What?
16. That hits.
Judge. You've only done 24 as your highest so far, which is kind of low.
Nat 7.
Nice.
So 28.
Good.
Damage.
Yep, that did. Oh, I thought you were saying amateur.
Alright.
Second attack.
17.
And then the third one's gonna be 18?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, sorry, what was that?
16, 17,
Damage
18.
already?
Yeah.
28, sorry, I thought you said 20. 28 and 17, I was confused.
No, it was a nat 16 plus 19 for the to hit.
Wait, you notice one of its former strikes almost
That's funny.
completely heals, but you crit.
But it doesn't matter, yeah, it goes at 20.
Oh
so
yeah,
crit
one shot
balance.
this boy.
Fucking hell.
AC 28.
I don't think I can use my reroll on the.
So no.
Yeah, I think it's an attack.
It's only for the
That's okay.
Still a hit.
Still a hit. 6
Okay.
plus 21,
Wait,
27.
your armor rend didn't go through, did it?
What?
The armor rend didn't go through, did it?
Oh yeah, do a
Reflex?
yeah, reflex.
A nat 19.
Yeah, so
I roll
didn't go
good every time for that.
Could have been.
Could have been.
However, now you tell me which arm you're targeting, because there's the one that's barely hanging on, which is adding to its AC.
Yeah, I might as well continue that.
Okay, one of those strikes severs that up. So now you've got that last strike that you dealt. You're able to hit another arm.
Yeah, so this damage of the second attack was 6 plus 21, so 27.
Gotcha.
Cute. 26.
It was
25,
it was
so it lost an
26
arm.
because it lost an arm. Now it's 24.
Okay. Wait, so it's now 24, so now it's 22?
You're now 24.
Oh,
It was
okay.
26 minus 10.
Alright. I thought it went down because it lost an arm too.
Yeah.
Hey, and third attack.
So you might hit with this one.
I'm gonna reroll. Nope.
Oof.
The other
Roll a 3 and a 4.
fall in the place where the other arm is
Close
ground.
That's still 55, 57.
Something, I wasn't keeping track. But I went neutral my spirit, hit one, use one.
Oscar's up.
You only get one per
I had to keep
thing per
looking.
round.
You hit the first kind of middle part of the corridor where you see the statues falter, and as in they break, and you see two widening expanses to your right and to your left.
Aaron, the existence of this worries me. These creatures are obviously not of this plane.
And the ceiling is still about 15 feet tall, maybe about 16, and now you're at like a perfect cross intersection. 4 directions. The one you came from, and then 3 others. And at least in your angle,
Never coming back.
you are seeing those statues continue.
No, we're killing all these things. We're
Every
gonna go
boss.
kill them. Yeah.
And just leaving this tunnel, you get a lot of experience.
Yeah.
D&D rolls.
Killing all the enemies and then leaving the tunnel.
Or,
Even better.
true, that would be
Then you
double.
can also tell Heron to choose a different path if that's what you want. Because he goes at the top of it.
Aaron, if you wish to choose a different path, you can. I'm going to follow my intuition. I'll keep going forward.
Okay. The more you move, you're slowly now noticing this kind of like this really, really faint light, which is emanating from ahead of you in this tunnel.
What's the light?
But underneath, like there's a faint light that's kind of illuminating the base floor area of what you can see ahead. But like, if that light was firelight, very, very dimmed.
Yeah.
Cicero.
Come on, do something for once in your life.
Okay,
Like inside
first
of the-
attack, I will activate Fireblade. Come on, miss. Alright. So I do like a pirouette in the air. Yeah, I got a 3.
And at 24 AC, you realize that your dagger is actually grabbed. Like the sharp part of your dagger is grabbed, and then your arm is kind of yanked back. In like cross motion.
You really go.
Second attack.
You're acrobatic. You spin around.
19.
He grabs your arm. You wrap your legs around his arm, and then you just stab in.
Remember, -5.
That's a nat 20. Sorry, not nat 20. That's a crit, so I'll roll a quick
Minus 5?
Because he has
Is he
done.
24?
plus 9, 16 plus 9, 25.
You got it.
That's a crit. Lovely. Yeah, I'm gonna spin and I'm gonna smile up and say, idiot, and look down, and I have the serpent fang in his chest, which I'll use, so full save for that.
You
Okay,
would have
damage.
missed if it weren't for me.
Yes.
See what happens when he's forced to do something? He can actually be pretty cool.
Shut up.
Nick, that full save is
I'm like a loser.
16.
He fails. Fair enough.
Why is a story peak?
You guys can live one round and
really
come
are
back.
No, you're OP as hell. I'm not
Enemy can ignore you. That's disgusting. 19 points of damage.
Nice.
Magical piercing.
Still not as much as Ray, but
Why would it
it's
ever
still
be
pretty good.
I'm gonna do.
That is really good.
Look, just because that's
I'm
below
gonna
my
do
minimum.
disoriented on him. So
That is low
he has,
22,
he has
yeah.
another -2 to AC
Oh,
and -4 against me.
Jesus.
I forget exactly how that poison works. What's the name of the creature that Shira was?
Do you want the
I think it's a
poison?
hyenodon.
Here is the poison. At the very
Oh,
bottom.
that's the one that reduces strength and
Dex.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't use it.
Is that what's happening?
Yep.
Did you roll?
It's frequency. I think frequency happens on his turn.
Yes. Which his turn is right up to yours.
Man, I love
Okay.
this.
This
This is
D4.
why I love
You're useless.
-4 dex.
Wait, so it already lost a -2 AC and now a -4 Dex. Is that what you talked about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool, okay.
So it has a minus AC, 2 AC against him, minus 4 AC against me, and now minus 2 again from Dix.
Yeah. So from 24 now it's 18.
Wow, guys, I did something.
Good.
I rolled a 1 on my dagger.
Sounds like this Super OP monster was pretty easy for you guys to beat. I don't know.
Really, it's
When you guys work together, I don't know. It sounds like it. The lightning is an instant kill.
Very strong as a range attacker, yeah.
Hey, the robots did good teamwork.
They've done fucking nothing.
They could have been attacking this whole time.
So they would have been attacking hordes, but
No, they
there's
didn't
no
attack
Yeah.
because Cicero was nearby.
Yeah, but they could
So
just be
it's
attacking
only
right
when
now.
Cicero proved that he wasn't going to there that they've started to turn.
Sure, nothing bad happened.
basically Cicero lagged them out for
Yeah.
one round.
Cicero distracted them.
And in fact, it's their turn
And
alongside.
then he moved a million, like, Mach 5.
This
Yeah,
guy
away.
puts
I ran at a solid 10 kilometers an hour down the hallway.
a few more boards up. It is.
Stopped 5 foot away, waited 6 seconds, moved 5 foot forward.
I'm a genius.
Good chink. Oh yeah, have fun with that. You got this, right?
I'm killing the big guy.
You feel from
Yeah,
behind you, Cicero, a weapon. The vibration of your dagger is kind of like getting
can't get this
pulled
time.
back to an area behind you.
Okay. I don't need to live through this encounter.
You notice, as before, this creature is not attacking you.
He's got a point.
But if you attack it, you're pretty sure you will lose your weapon.
But don't worry, I'm not going to attack
You
it.
know what? You're right. These guys are worthless.
They they just have a big magnet and they're pointing right.
6, so that's 12
Sits there,
points
does nothing.
of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
So John, I'm gonna go. Nice.
Mr. Rock. Cool.
To be fair, you are playing a really squishy guy, and you did go into the
It's the same thing that happened with Grok.
I was like,
Well, look at all the melee fighters left.
But
or
also
dead,
to
so-
be fair,
Yeah,
there
this
was
is
no way to
what
know
are you
if he
gonna do?
has like an insta kill.
This is
before I could do
This is
anything.
DEF CON TPK, but what are you going to do?
That's fine.
Like, you ran away from it before, everyone can survive eventually.
everyone can survive.
I
It's
said,
not level 6.
Yeah.
hey man, I told Cicero to
Actually,
leave.
maybe we shouldn't verse level 18 characters.
This is true.
Maybe we should be the correct
Yeah,
level.
except these two are fucked.
But to be fair, we went down a corridor.
I'm
and
happy
just
we
like was the direction, not the only direction, but a direction.
It was a way to the surface.
Exactly. There were two other
It
options
was
we
an
had.
exit.
There was going backwards and going to the side.
Isn't it a point? We put this on ourselves.
Well, that wasn't exactly my point.
We made every choice to lead us towards. Look, guys, I did have 9 more goblin hordes that you could have.
That would have been sick.
We didn't go there.
Yeah.
You would have found some stuff.
I think we would have died.
Really, Jonathan, this is your fault.
This
It's your
is my
Minotaur.
fault.
It's your Minotaur that pointed us.
This time.
Technically fine.
Ray followed by Oscar, who's going down the hallway.
I'm going down the hallway.
I'm on a horse.
Now that's cool.
You realize once you get to the end, or it's near an end,
We went to the
kind
wrong
of
one.
yellow glow of some sort of firelight get closer, and that kind of gets more expansive around you and ahead of you. And you notice that you are looking at a arena,
Oh.
a massive coliseum that is underground. Massive arches that you're kind of walking through unknowingly because there are separations behind you and above you. But the structure of it is old and fragile. It looks decayed. There are so many cracks and fissures running up the side.
Does it still feel the same as the fighting arena?
Yeah, just unused.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of like weirdly desolate, dust everywhere. And the weird thing you notice is that there is a 20-foot tall. From the height you're at, you're realizing that this is like a 40-foot tall height you're looking down at for multiple stairs, multiple seats into this arena.
Yeah.
And bone white, a skeletal head, and a mantle that seems to be like billowing with like a whitish mist or smoke.
I really wish I had Ray here with me. It seems
dude.
scary, guys.
And you
Hey, it's all you.
Yeah, you go fire first.
underneath, you don't
No,
see.
he went right over my arm.
You see a 20-foot tall skeleton, and you don't see legs. You see its lower half is like obscured in mist, and at its feet, where that obscured area is that glow, that red glow. You're realizing it is only coming from what looks like a pentagram ritual in the center of the Colosseum at the base. Glowing directly underneath what looks like a massive floating skeletal frame.
Too bad.
You got it. Humpy won that shit. Easy.
And there is something that is emanating from the mist of that skeletal frame, where you're noticing forms that are like emerging and then turning into mist as they try and gain mass. You're looking down 40 feet.
Then it costs power and kill.
You swear you see a strangely prehistoric kind of dinosaur snout, multiple rows of horns, a face kind of emerging out of the mist before it just kind of unravels as mist. And make a perception check.
I don't know if I want to look this deep.
22. You see what looks like a kind of black form, something you've seen before. When the skin of Jonathan became translucent, he became completely black like a silhouette. You see out of the mist, out of the lower half of this skeletal, you see a kind of shadowy black form that doesn't really resemble Jonathan, but you might get the idea, except that the shadowy form tries to emerge. A massive skeletal hand emerges out of mist, materializes, pulls the skeletal, the black form, and it's just this swirling kind of like mass of untethered black energy. And then it holds one hand of kind of whirling black and another hand which seems to just be emanating white gold mist, white silver mist.
It's neato.
And that is the end of your turn. Cicero.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, that's you. I got this.
Just kill it.
Yes, it is their CMD. So 21 and 29.
Against the CMD?
Yeah.
Yep. Succeeds.
For both of them? Oh, okay. So I just do a little backflip. Backflip.
You now realize, like, off your back, there is a lighter weight, so you're now very aware that an object is being removed.
Oh, maybe the big guy, the little wizard man.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna get here. Is the Minotaur eating them?
No, in fact, you think that somehow the Minotaur defended them, but you're looking on the ground and you're like, they didn't make it. Its body did stand in the way, and its body of the Minotaur is fine. I mean, half of its one side of its body has been completely destroyed.
Is it the virus side?
Yeah, probably, but it doesn't.
Okay. I look up there.
You're not noticing any difference of the creature itself, but you are seeing that there is husks of blackened corpses behind them. Corpses, if not corpses.
I'll turn around. I will. Yeah, I'll something. Yeah, one square back. I'll end the turn.
The big monster would go. Now it is the robots. Hooray. So you see the two soldiers put their weapons down by their side.
Nice.
You hear the rumble of the sound above you, like an actual.
It's the fucking goblin.
And you hear, Miso is impressed. The test has been complete.
The things put their swords in the ground.
The defense, let's chop them in half.
So apparently this is like a test.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I think we can just like
Cut them in half.
So if this provokes them, I'd rather not.
Fine, I'll do it.
Go for it. I'm going to take Sophia. Sophia, you're coming with me.
I don't feel that we're gonna see a different name in Cicero's.
Okay. Where are we going? Are you going to take this guy's big weapons, or are we just leaving?
How big are his weapons?
His weapons are like 4.5 feet long.
So, like great sword size.
It's not great sword size for your body.
Can I lift one?
Totally.
Can I lift two? In one hand? Oh, cool. Okay, I'll take them with me and I'll ask if they're magical later.
You can certainly feel that they are lighter than they should be for the size that they are. Like for a greatsword, you're like, oh, this is pretty light. But they've got a kind of like a pommel grip of like a rapier. Also, yeah, like one that surrounding me.
Okay, Sophia, come with me. I wouldn't attack them. They seem to be touched. Cicero, are you coming?
I'm looting.
Oh, great.
I love sitting on this.
Okay. Oh, shit, there's more in here.
Oh, of course. Okay, I'll loot one. Random thing. And then I'll go over to where Jonathan existed once.
Cool.
And I'll...
Pick up the...
What is it? It's a crown.
It is a strange 5-panel piece that's just kind of gently drifting off the ground. It retains, it's kind of like...
There would also be a scroll.
Yes, there is.
Unless it also got obliterated.
No, the papyri, the papyri's old enough, it should have died, but no, it didn't.
Okay, so this
Magic papyrus.
thing, how do I hold it? Is this like something I can put on my head somehow?
You feel it like as you, kind of like a magnet, you feel it gain some sort of like negative traction to your hand as your hand is near it. And then you feel like it's supposed to be pushing it away, like you can feel a negative traction. Like it's forcing away.
Killed the party.
Pay attention, you might have to chop me in half in a second.
And then you feel that like as you reach forward, it slides forward. And then as you kind of drift your hand up, it drifts up as well.
So unlimited power.
It rests on your shoulder and slowly starts to climb up onto your head.
Plus 10 AC.
I've already left. Did you get fucking overtaken?
Right, what the... Okay. I am alive.
Your little sight, you've got like a dull red glow 5 feet in front of you that's just emanating from the ground.
I will grab the scroll.
Do you want to get on that shit?
The scroll in total is probably like a 1.5 lengths of an A4 piece of paper.
That's true, he doesn't know it yet.
Do you not? Can you read?
Oh,
No, I can't read.
see.
Can't read it.
I probably can't read that language, whatever it is.
Common.
Yeah, fuck that Minotaur. The blue goblins can die. I don't care. Wait, does anything? I don't think any of them have anything of value on their corpses. Damn. Alright, yeah. I will go forth.
Minotaur's gonna stay there for 2 weeks.
Then he's gonna have fun. That one was putting up planks, right? Did it stop?
It boarded it up.
I'm assuming you cut the door open. Is he also chilling?
Doesn't seem to be interfering with you. Now that you're here.
But is he chilling in the same way the others are?
He doesn't have a weapon that he can put down. It's actually a green glow from its face instead of a red like the rest. And yeah, you
Wow, you
find it is a different build, while the other two are identical.
Shit, which way did he go?
Wait, what did you
I'm
say?
down.
You see Ray at the crossing.
Oh, you're finally here. What the hell are you doing back there? Are you holding pistols?
Mm-hmm. I'm not holding. They're shoved in my shit pants. But I got the scroll all over my shoulder.
Oh, what pants you have? Oh, you have the, that's...
I don't think it did anything. You can have them if you want. I don't think they did anything. I don't feel any different.
I wouldn't trust
But
it.
the magical atoms, you sort of have to connect to them usually. I don't feel any different.
It looks like it's trying to take control of you.
It might. You can deal with me if it's.
Can I just destroy it?
Power. I'm not.
You know what? Yeah, give it a go. Give it a go.
No, you know,
Humans are real. They can't hurt you in this one.
I'm gonna step back.
Maybe
It could explode.
Oh, really?
They're doing the
I don't know. I don't know how magical artifacts work.
Do we know if Oscar can identify?
also, Jonathan's idol.
He knows magic. Maybe he knows how to figure out what this.
He probably do.
Because if it's gonna explode, I don't want to be at the precipice.
Idols
Okay,
are
then.
magical item, right? Idle is your magical.
That's my
Fuel
fucking
focus.
focus.
Yeah, it goes on my head anyway.
Alright, if you get taken control of, I'll
I'm sure you can kill me.
turn you off.
Okay.
Now which way do we go?
So what are we doing about Oscar? I kind of want to kill him.
You see from one direction to your left.
And I just yell out
Yeah.
Oscar.
From one direction to your left, you, as Ray yells, you start to see a tiny kind of ember flame get closer towards you. To a path to your left.
Why is that better than you?
Do I hear?
Oh,
I yell really loudly.
You
Do you
yell?
want me to roll a d20?
I'll walk back to the crossing.
It took you about 3 minutes of walking past the crossing. So Ray's voice at the top of where you are is
30 rounds? Damn.
he spent the better part of 2 minutes to pulling apart. Oh, sorry, deja vuing, but also pulling apart the moment.
Deja vu?
Okay.
I'll start jogging back.
As you do, you realize that the glow over your shoulder is clearly getting brighter. Whatever energy it was holding in both hands was expunging from it. So there's a kind of a now echoing behind you, and it does get pretty quiet as you get towards that central middle point intersection.
Do you have anything to go with these?
Huh?
I kind of want to test out the sharpness.
One of the statues then.
Cut off one of the arms. Yeah, this seems pretty sharp.
Is this the great sword you're talking
Yeah.
about?
Gonna be better than your sword.
Well, I'm not going to change it, but it's interesting.
We can sell them.
Yeah. I wonder why Oscar's at. I haven't heard a reply to my yell.
Hopefully he died.
Heron meets you guys at the TV
Oh shit, it's Heron.
Yes, he went up that way.
Hey buddy,
Yeah?
He went into the center.
Why are you out of breath?
can you heal us?
Because I ran.
Can you heal us? Do you want a sword?
Yes, I can.
I got 2 more.
Sure, take one. Put it down. I'll heal you first, and then he
Okay.
does.
My shoulder's dislocated. Maybe start with that.
I can fix it.
Well, I don't feel my shoulder anymore.
That's 22 points of health.
Thanks.
Are you fully healed?
I'm missing 3.
Is that single target?
Single target. No. Greater healing.
Oh, look, it healed.
You've almost made up for a bed, and you sound nice.
Oh, I was just following. Oh, right. I did a bit.
Yeah, just following orders, yeah.
Hey, can I get a heal?
Right. Not bad too. 17.
Thank you. Oh, much better.
And there is it just looks, it's a long tunnel, and I have no idea where we are. I think we...
Apparently this was all like some sort of trial.
That would make sense why this...
So when we killed the big guy, they kind of just said it.
I knew you could do it.
No, it was a team effort.
I didn't believe in him so much. But,
He did more than me.
well, the last fight it was rather pathetic. Anyway, oh, that's all! And you hear... And Oscar approaches.
How are you two?
Well, we're down one, and we're down also all of our leads.
I didn't
several.
expect you to run.
I didn't expect it either.
It's quite cowardice.
Potentially.
No, it was.
We were given permission.
So you were following orders.
I did cue you two to join us, but I take it you wanted to fight instead.
I wanted to protect all the innocents that were following us.
They're
They're all dead, by the way.
Yes,
They were
they're
more
dead.
And it's all your fault.
innocent.
People die sometimes, it happens.
Mm.
Do you
You're
need
very
healing?
detached.
You tend to be in my line of work. Do you need healing?
Sure, I'll take some.
You'll cure wounds on both of you.
Thank you.
Yay.
You heal 10.
Me?
I don't think you have to bother rolling.
You heal 8.
Thanks.
15 off max.
As you were doing the healing, Oscar, I think you're actively busy, but as your energy is being released, you start to hear, you all hear, coming from the direction you came.
Oh shit.
As you, you're actually the first one to notice the Minotaur's form as it races past you.
There is a creature at the end of that hallway.
Did it just go down that?
Followed the path that he came from.
Far more powerful than what you fought out there.
So the Minotaur is
heading towards it to fight it, potentially.
Oh, what if it makes it undead?
It's already undead.
You see that Minotaur was missing a whole arm and half of its right shoulder.
What if the Minotaur makes that thing?
That thing is already undead. It's
okay, then that's fine then.
It's a giant skeleton with a cloak.
Oh, you should have led with that.
Seems to wield mist and has some... Seems like pentagram.
Did you come back because you were running from that, or because I called?
Would it make you feel better if I said I was running from it?
No, it
wouldn't change my opinion of you whatsoever.
Then let's say it was because you called.
Nice. Is insight.
What are you inciting?
Sense motive. 30?
Yeah, he was prepared for it. He was looking around.
Oh, okay.
And then from the only direction you guys did not come from, so to your right, you hear...
Oh shit.
Sounds a lot like the footsteps of the creatures, the robots that you fought.
Yeah.
And it's kind of loud, which is surprising because that means it couldn't have started too far away from you guys.
We're heading towards a fighting pit.
What if the robots were trying to keep this thing here and they just needed someone to kill it?
Maybe. We could be heading into a prison, and we're supposed to be the executioners. It's hard to say.
Hard to say.
And then you hear those footsteps stop. And Cicero, you're the only one to catch that there is now visibly an outline to the far right side of your tunnel, maybe 50 feet into darkness. It looks like it's got a weird shaped head, but definitely humanoid, no taller than 6 feet. And then you also, Cicero, the only one to catch up like this very, very quiet flapping of like a robe or cape.
Well, don't just stand there in the dark.
Are you Miso Grand Juzo?
I am Lord Coles, defender of the entrance to the plane of radiance.
That's quite a title.
What you have seen is a prism walker. It is a towering giant. You hear again, ching, ching, some footsteps moving closer, but then there's another sound. The creature, giant, formed from pure color, shifting light. Its eyes are white points, and its arms extend and end in massive, long-bladed claws. Oh, they tend to hide in deep places during a time like this. The Void Shaper, who had joined you, was the only one capable of imprisoning it.
Well, he's gone, so...
So we will have to kill it.
Guess so.
Aaron is points the sword of fire in its direction as his fire sword brightens, so you get the corner of this thing's form, a bronze robot with a massive, long pointed. It's reminiscent of Jonathan's almost sombrero, but long pointed oval shaped hat. It's got a really big front curve. And you can see he's walking with a sword, but also in a motion that would be held in a cane sort of way. Like he's walking with it. a cloak, a cape, a deep red color on his robes, but then they're lined with blue. You get an idea that this is Sanctuary created automaton, although it is not talking like a automaton.
How long have you known of this creature?
For as long as the gateway has been down here.
Which is?
The gate has many seals, 9 of them. They were created by Zundria, and I was requested to be here because of it. What it is doing is trying to use as much power behind it. One can only assume that it was created for the purpose of harnessing large amounts of negative and positive energy. My energy readings tell me that it is not the monster, but a spawn puppet of it. Which makes me think that you have been lured here. Because while you fight it, Lord knows what it and its master have in plan. So let's deal with this problem quickly.
He has ways of going towards things.
Yes, well, this place was not meant to be touched by anyone other than the 5 overlords. But I
Explain further.
I see now that their creations were lost. The exclusive alliance. The overlords of Magi. You know of none of them. Likely you never will. The elves might know of Misoprantusa, one of the oldest mages from Antrim.
Miso.
Is he the fire guy?
Yeah. He's the guy.
He's a friend of the fire guy.
Yeah, he's the
like
guy
the
who was
nerd.
his subordinate.
Yeah, the loser nerd guy that
Yeah.
was always bullied.
Yeah, I tried to
Miso.
because I strung him along for a bit, and then you guys were like, no, and then we teleported away.
That's literally it. In my book of like,
And you think we have the capabilities of defeating this creature?
not alone, with my services and hopefully arriving in due time, his archmage, and he like spends a moment, and you can see there's just like a desolate moment where there is no noise from his body, and you hear him say, "Oh, that is not good, for I have lost the link to Zandria. That can only mean that she's no longer on this plane. So we have only one ally we can rely on, and he has already been alerted.
Who is it?
An old mage friend of mine.
A name would help him. I doubt I know them, but sometimes it helps to get a vibe.
His name is Herman.
That sounds like a good name.
And he is rather cruel.
Oh, that doesn't sound like a good name.
And that's where we'll end the episode.
Bigger they are, harder they fall.